Welcome to the Blunt Opinion Podcast. I'm here with my man Ty, my man Rod, and we brought a special guest back.
She's more like family now.
Y'all.
I mean, she's been on here the second time, so I mean,
Yeah,
she's family, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
I like to think
honorary.
Thank you.
Honorary
Thank
guest.
you. Thank you.
special guest, like you said.
It was special, like slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sight.
Facts.
So how y'all just a nice little checkup and see how y'all doing. How was your week?
My week was pretty good. Pretty good. Got through work. Got a new tattoo yesterday.
Say
So,
less.
yeah. Been a chill week.
What you get?
So I'll get into it when I talk about another topic, but it's a commemorative tattoo for my brother and my stepmom. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Pretty cool.
What about you, Leo?
I just been chilling.
Bro, you always say that shit, bro. You gotta come up with something else. Like, you ask us all the time, like, how y'all shit with
So what
you
y'all
just-
what y'all want? I be chilling. I just be chilling, man.
I mean, you work, you got a
Word.
family, you got kids.
My shit basic
Anything-
right now.
anything
That's
happen-
not basic.
anything
I'm
happen when you
basic
went to-
because I don't have much.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like having kids is a
yeah,
task.
bro,
It's
you
a
got
job.
Stories, bro. They just start school, like.
Exactly. How was their
God
first
damn,
week
nigga,
of school?
We your brother, bro. You can't let us in.
Okay, my kids, they out.
They in school, right?
Well, yeah, they in school,
Yeah.
but my son, he started football.
See, that's more interesting. Like, that ain't chill.
He started football. And he think he the best
That
football
nigga
player
think he Reggie
ever.
Bush.
Ever. He ain't touched the field yet.
What position you play?
He play they put him at tight end because you remember
What?
they put it because he's the biggest boy on the team. So basically, he gonna work his way up. I feel like by the end of the season they'll have him at receiver. or
I ain't gonna
something.
front, nigga. When I first started playing football, niggas had me at linebacker, nigga. I was fucking 4'4", nigga. You know what I'm saying?
They had me at receiver.
Small as hell.
Yeah, I was at linebacker.
I got cut, though.
You got cut?
I kept fighting my teammates.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I don't like that contact, bro.
What the fuck would you play for?
I had to stop playing, bro.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't allowed to play
yeah,
football.
like that. They was it. You too hard.
Yeah, like you know how them cornerbacks they'll grab you and shit. Like I
Little
just
dog.
kept fighting them niggas. So I got, he didn't cut me, but he was like, "Hey, I don't think this ain't
ain't
your
for you.
sport."
This ain't for
You
you.
know, so I started hooping. Nigga. Yeah,
So, how was your week?
good man. I've been working. I don't have no family, so
True.
yeah, I don't have no kids, so everything
That
chill.
was
Everything chill with me, you know.
Shit, everything chill with me too.
But you got kids. You got a whole.
I know, but I'm laid
family.
You got a
back.
whole
So
household. You got a household.
Shit don't really bother me like that.
It's not more so like a bothersome, but it takes up your time.
Right, we
Like
just need
Rod
to
come
know.
home and he just here by himself.
by
You
myself.
you go home, you got kids. Like
Yeah, but I'm still chill there.
You got stories about your son. Maybe he found a nice girl.
He did.
That-
You know what?
See? Damn,
did.
you walked right through the alley. You
Yeah,
walked-
he
You
did.
got this
Listen,
nigga whole book.
listen. I ain't gonna even lie. I was kind of
Happy.
proud.
yeah, I feel you.
He said,
Aw,
"Dad,
proud
he
dad
showed
moment.
me the chick." Cause I told
she
you,
look?
I told you like
She black? She black?
light skin. He dark skin, so he like light skin.
She white.
It's light skin. She light
chill
skin.
out.
All right.
She light skinned. He like light skinned ghetto chick.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember I
God,
told
get
you
him
that.
out of that.
So he like the red bone, like
Yeah.
okay.
So he said, "Dad, I want to take."
He like
this.
his uncle, like me. You know, I like the red bone.
He said, "Dad, I want to take this chick out." I was like, "What?" He sent me the picture. I said, "Okay, well, I talked to her peoples to see if we could arrange
Like a
me
movie
chaperoning." Yeah, chaperone. Because when I was young, I got chaperoned by my grandfather on my first date.
Would you go into the movie or you just sit in the car?
No, I'm going in the movie.
You going in?
The
Wait.
fuck? Nigga,
I'm
go
going
home.
in.
Nigga, I'm trying to finger
Hell
pop.
no.
I'm sitting
Cock
in the back.
blocked. Okay.
Nigga,
I'm
trying to-
sitting in the back.
Let's nigga, old
Cock
ass
block.
nigga. I'm trying to finger pop, nigga. I'm trying to get that
Hell
shit. I'm trying
no.
to smell it later, nigga.
Cock
How old is he?
My
blocked.
son watched this pod.
He
Cock block.
That nigga
Okay.
I ain't taking that shit out.
Cock
That nigga
block
out there,
it.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, that's what
pop.
Listen, that's
do
why I'm
not,
going.
do
Get
not
2 buckets of
condone that.
popcorn,
Because when
G.
I have a
Put a
son,
hole
when I
in
have
one of
kids, I'm gonna be that parent too.
I'm-
In the back, we're like, hey, put your hands up.
Nah,
He said,
hell
"Dad,
nah.
Hands where I
he
can
gonna
see
tell
'em.
myself, Dad." He said, "Dad, can we bring a cover?" No.
Oh, he already. I see him.
Yeah, hey, my
He
nigga.
already
Nah, he
on
thought-
that.
Hell
Hey,
no.
my
I
nigga.
thought myself to keep warm.
Hey,
No.
my nigga, bring a coat. Bring a.
It's the
Get a
middle of
shit-
summer.
Get an extra
Listen.
bucket of popcorn.
Don't
put
take
no
his
popcorn
advice.
in
Exact.
it.
Don't
Do
listen
not
to
take his
Ty.
advice. Actually,
Don't
we
listen
gonna
to
ask
Ty.
him how his week was, so we can.
Bring a throw blanket, nigga.
he gonna walk off and we ask him how his week was.
Hey,
Because he
bring
over
a
there
throw
spilling
blanket, bro.
drinks.
It'll get you right. Get you a little nice little bucket. Ask them for extra bucket. Put a hole in that shit.
Nigga, what?
God.
Put a little bit of popcorn in it.
Y'all is the worst.
Nick greasing in the motherfucker.
Raj said, innovative,
Y'all
never
is the worst.
duplicated.
That's why I said put a little bit of popcorn.
Light butter.
But how was your week?
Oh, it was good, man. Chill with the kids. I told you I was doing drills with the kids today. Basketball drills. Had them niggas doing the 3-man weave. You already know. Layup line.
Had them niggas in the triangle offense.
Triangle offense, bro. Pass. Hey, move to the paint. Then I want you to step. I want you to step to the perimeter. If you don't do it,
Phil Jackson ass nigga.
That nigga like, man, Dad, you can't hoop. Nigga.
it's the first time. I'm missing layups like a motherfucker. You don't tell me what the fuck going on. Nigga, I'm telling you how this shit work. Let me tell you.
Hey, Dad, you missed the layup. Shut up.
Now hit 5 or hit a lap.
Like, man, this nigga terrible.
Look, and it's my first time bringing them to hoop too. They like, nigga, you supposed to play drills. We getting the cones out, baby.
Nigga, we don't even want to be basketball players.
They just want to be Steph Curry. Like most kids nowadays,
Throwing chucking shit.
They just
Boom.
want to be 3-point shooters like Curry, bro.
Yeah.
We need to give him his flowers one day. We'll talk about that another day, but
Oh, they will.
yeah, we need to do it in general. But I mean, they already have. I think people have already given him his flowers. He's a
Hall of
GOAT.
Famer, bro.
He
First
transitioned the
ballot.
game, bro.
Just think, bro.
Niggas got rid of the big man for that nigga, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit crazy.
I remember Charles Barkley said they'll never win a championship because they shoot too many threes.
Charles Barkley can't talk because that nigga
and
has
they
never won
changed
them.
the whole NBA off.
Well,
That shit.
Shaq be checking him on that shit. Shaq said, you ain't no place to talk because you ain't got one. But this week has been a great week for hip hop.
It has
I
been.
love this.
Two
Yeah.
greats.
Yeah.
You know,
Goats.
And, yeah, dropped their album. Kanye with Donda and Drake with Lover Boy, Certified Lover Boy.
Certified Lover
Certified.
Boy.
Okay, let me get that right. So I just want to get y'all opinion on it.
What are we doing? Donda first?
I mean, it all depends where you want to start.
We can
do
start with
Donda.
Donda.
We can do
Yeah,
Donda.
it came out first. We can
We
start
can't keep
with
saying
it.
that because it's gonna sound like that first song I heard Donda like 16 times.
I know, and I didn't like that.
Did y'all
I
hear
didn't-
why he did that?
No.
Yes,
heartbeat?
allegedly. I
This-
heard. I don't know that that's true. If it is, I mean, I feel like it's.
Can you elaborate what's the
So I read somewhere that it was the pace that they were saying her name was the sound of her heartbeat. And the number of times that they said her name was her age when she passed away, which I understand. My mom passed away, so I do things to commemorate her. But to me, it just gave like really like satanic vibes. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I can't listen to it. It really just it disrupts my spirit. I don't like it.
It is
So
very
yeah, no, I didn't like that intro at all.
What do you think of the album though?
I didn't like the album either. I feel like it was just too slow. It was like not enough, like hits on there for me. It didn't give me Kanye vibes. It was basically like Sunday service on the album,
That's what I was gonna say.
and I didn't like it.
It was more like mostly like God records.
Exactly. It was Sunday service with a bunch of trap
And it was
rappers.
oversaturated. Man, bro, I'm not
Every
listening
song.
to 29 songs.
Like-
bro. I'm sorry.
27, but-
It's 27.
Close enough. What's
pretty
two?
close.
What's two more songs at 27? Like I might as well listen to
that's
two
a lot
more.
of songs, dude. I got through like 16. I ain't even kept. I couldn't get through them, bro. Like
You know what makes albums like that too? Chris Brown. But yeah,
oh
he
yeah.
doesn't make albums like that.
Yeah, he
There's
did.
too many fucking songs.
He-
Like I don't want to do that. I don't.
yeah.
I can understand a deluxe album, maybe.
Yeah.
Like if
could've
he would have
waited.
left like half the songs off and then added it to a deluxe version, then maybe.
like right away.
Because I mean, at that point, it's like I've heard a majority of them, and now you're
got a
adding some
chance
more
to actually-
songs. But
You got a chance to actually digest.
it was
the album.
it was too much. He gave too much. I didn't like it.
My thing is like it's not really lyrics. Like he do a lot of like chorus songs, like hooks. Like he just repetitive. with
He
that
was
shit.
spitting on this.
Like it was one song.
It
I
sounded
really-
like church songs.
It was
He was
one
spitting
song
on
I
it.
really wanted to like. I thought because I saw that he did it at the Falcons arena. No Child Left Behind. When I heard it and he did it in the stadium, I'm like, man, I bet this. I know that nigga got bars on this shit, bro. It was just a hook, bro.
Yeah.
When he levitated in the air, I'm like, man, I know that shit hard, but
Yeah, no, it
wasn't
was a
much.
disappointment.
I liked his artistic, his vision.
yeah, he pushed the envelope on a lot of shit.
I liked the vision.
Yeah.
Now, it's a good album. Is it the best Kanye? Hell no. But it's more. To me, it seemed like it was more like a reverence to his mom,
Right.
in an artistic way to let fans know that he misses his mother. So basically, I really didn't judge it off of a hip hop album. When I heard the first part and I understood the meaning. Not only that, did you know, like before that, the Donda house, that was his mom's house in Atlanta.
Chicago?
Yeah,
Nah, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. But he wanted to bring the real house to Atlanta,
Really?
but they made the replica.
Right.
So it's basically this album is for his mom.
Yeah.
Like once you get the meaning behind his album, I wouldn't judge it as a real hip hop album.
That makes
Then
sense.
you should call it something else.
Yeah.
Well, he
Else.
called it Donda.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying like that. Like
It's a good, like I said, it's a good album.
Say
Is it a Kanye album? No.
I would just say this is this is a memorial or a memoir for your mom.
Exactly.
Don't call it an album, because if that's what you're trying to do, bro, I respect it. But like you said, it's not what it is.
Yeah.
Personally, I like the album. I thought sonically it was good. Sonically.
Yeah.
Like about the content, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah.
But the nigga had the one song, I think we heard it, like it was a Juna Tom. I don't know what the fuck the way that shit is. Junior or some shit. But that shit was hard. I've heard like one or two songs. I was like, this shit's hard.
Yeah.
I like the one with Travis.
Yeah, the one Travis.
I honestly don't even know who's on the songs.
Yeah,
I hate that shit. He didn't.
It's
put
like,
no
okay,
features.
who is this? Like, especially like
artistic, because
He put Vori on most of the songs too. I
Who
put
is
y'all
Vori?
niggas on. I
Vori
put
is the
y'all
cat
niggas-
The singing
that he does a lot of work with Meek Mill. But
I seen them on. I looked at the track list and I Wikipedia that shit.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I want to know what the hell I was listening to.
I like.
I couldn't hear some of the voices.
So what's your favorite track on the song? I like Pure Souls.
I gotta look it up. Hold on,
The
because I
Juna
had
song I was telling y'all just about, because I have
think
no.
that-
I had
Travis
one
song.
song on there.
Travis.
And I like No Child Left Behind, but I wish he would have put a verse on that shit.
Yeah.
How about you?
I want to say it was "Keep My Spirit Alive" was my favorite song on there. Yeah.
So
Well, y'all didn't like the one with Jay-Z?
Jail. I mean, I
It
feel
did-
like it
I
was
think
cool.
the beat selection kind of threw me off. But they were spitting.
I know y'all.
Yeah.
I just the
Jay-Z
beat
It was
selection.
cool.
Me, I'm very big on beats. I like beats.
Yeah.
I like some hard production. I don't like that all
And I
that.
feel like the production on it slacked too, especially coming from Kanye. Like I think about Kanye like when I was growing up as a kid, just like not even before he was his own artist, making beats for
Making
other
beats for everybody
people.
else.
And like this, it just didn't live up to the expectation, to the, pushing it back so many times. Like I feel like I waited for nothing.
I
Like,
think that's what made it worse, because
Exactly.
he's a perfectionist, and sometimes when you messing with something for so long, you kind of mess it up. Because I know my brother, he went to the one in Atlanta. He said it sounded way different than,
I can believe it.
because he stepped on a lot of shit. He just played with a lot of shit, and after a while, that shit don't sound the same.
And another
Put too
thing,
many fucking snares or something, trumpets,
Cleaning
shit.
up too much.
I think a lot
too
of
many
I
instruments.
think a lot of the feedback from Kanye's album is everybody want Kanye to go back to the old college dropout.
I would
That's
appreciate
never
that.
gonna happen, because you got his rawest album ever. It's hard to replicate that.
He made two of them though.
Yeah.
I won't lie. He made two
Yeah, that's true.
albums where I was like, bro, this is the next Jay. Like we got one. Like that college dropout in the late registration.
Well, the
Graduation
first two
was
albums
good
is
too, though.
always gonna be what I'm saying is the
Graduation was pretty good.
Graduation was good too, but I'm saying like
first
damn,
two
what
is
the hell
all.
it? But
Yeah, fucking with the car.
The first two is always gonna be.
and Graduation was one of them too. My bad. I don't want to discredit that. Like it was a really great album, but you're never gonna hear that again.
never
So
gonna
I
hear
think
it.
as Kanye fans, and we've had this discussion a couple times, you're never gonna hear that again. Let's just give up on it. And whatever he gives us now is at this point a plus.
It's so hard for me to just let it go.
It is hard.
like
And
it's
again,
like
and then Kanye's such a musical genius.
Right.
This might be a
Step.
prelude to something bigger.
I guess TBD. We'll
On the
see.
album.
Cause who expected this album? Like this shit just came out of nowhere.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
I don't think so. I feel like he's been working on this for a long
But he
time.
never said nothing about it.
He didn't have to. Other artists were saying that they were working with Kanye out in Wisconsin.
No,
Like,
that was the last album.
I thought that he continued to work on it after that.
Ah, the Wisconsin album was the Jesus.
That shit was terrible.
What is it? I don't know what it's called, but it was that album that they was out in Wisconsin. That was like 2 years ago.
I thought that he was still making music out there,
Oh no.
like after the album had been released. But
I can't call it for that one. I don't know, but I don't put it past him.
Yeah.
It's Kanye. Ain't no telling what happened. But
yeah, about 3 good songs on that.
yeah, no, I wasn't feeling it.
also with that coming, obviously, Drake and them are having some little tiff.
Do y'all real quick though? Do y'all think Drake dropped that album? He made him.
He waited. He just
No,
waited.
I'm saying, do y'all think he made them push out Kanye's album before his drop?
No, I don't think he has that
No.
much control.
Well, I mean, Kanye allegedly said that his album was released without his permission.
If y'all
Allegedly.
know anything about Kanye, Kanye knows how to stir shit.
Yeah.
He knows how to stir some shit. Like there's a reason why the Baby Texas came out like, oh, the baby must be on the album. There's no way. I think it's bullshit. I think a lot of shit he does is complete bullshit. Like he'll make up a lot of like what is it, like almost like gimmicks or something like that. They kind of say like, oh well, this is or even taking like Soulja Boy of the features or taking Chris Brown's his verse off. It's to stir shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you stir shit enough, you start talking. And guess who gonna go listen to the song? Dumbass. You know, play this shit.
So I'm confused
Don't play the
about
song. I want to hear where Chris Brown's part is left off.
And
You
guess
ain't gonna hear
what?
it.
He might add that shit on the deluxe.
Right.
exactly. So
Well, everybody heard Soulja Boy shit because he done played it.
I didn't hear
He
it.
played it on his IG, I think.
Yeah.
I can't believe
I'm
he
not
put
listening
Soulja on
to Young Soldier. I'm not.
Yeah, I see why he took him off because it wasn't that
Good. Lord.
I think I sent you something today about Soulja Boy, didn't
I seen what it was, but I started.
I? He went off.
So let's get into
It
that.
was joking.
Let's get into that Drake.
Aubrey, my boy.
So I like the Drake album. I did. I feel like
Smiling
because
and shit.
it was a lot of like it was a lot of like just like catchy shit in there, like a lot of captions in there, and I feel like that is more appealing, I guess, to society now versus like the Kanye album. Like Leo said, I feel like Kanye's album was very artistic and it was a beautiful memorial to his mom. But to me, like Ty said, it wasn't an album for me. Yeah. Drake shit was an album. It was very well put together. It was, although it was a lot of features on it, it wasn't too much where it was overbearing. Right. Like every song, although they were Drake songs, they were different. So I appreciated the album. I love the album.
What was your favorite song?
I don't know the name of it. It's the one with Lil Baby. Yeah.
They really like that song. I think the world's like
exactly. Yeah, I really like that song.
What about you, Leo?
I liked it. But the classic shit, we gotta stop that. I heard way better.
Nah, we can't do classic yet.
Yeah, I done heard way better.
It's been out a couple days, so they got.
I just think, bro, I'm sick of.
The internet has to stop.
I'm sick of these niggas like putting so many songs on them the albums, bro. Because this could have been a classic, but it's so many fucking songs.
It was.
Bro. You can't make a 21 song album a fucking classic, bro.
It's hard. I don't think I've heard that.
Nigga, if he would have pushed that shit to 13, 12, it would have been.
Yeah.
I would say 14 max. Yeah.
I think it's just trying to. I think in Drake's shoes, he's trying to appeal to so many audiences at one time that he has to make albums bigger to I guess give his audience what they want to hear.
I don't know that he did. I feel like if he would have stopped it at 14, we would have been good.
I think so too, but I'm just giving that perspective.
Yeah,
I agree with y'all, but I'm just giving that perspective. I mean, I don't
Okay.
really know, but he makes some Jamaican records, he makes the singing records, he makes the real hard rap records. He makes drill
That Too
music.
Sexy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's another one.
The Too Sexy
Yeah.
is a hit. Like that's a hit on the
With
Future.
With
I
Future.
really didn't like that song. But
I feel like it was very catchy.
If I hear that,
I
shout
enjoyed
out
it.
to Will. I heard that song so
see
many times.
did you see the video?
Now
Yeah, the video is hilarious,
Yes.
bro. Kawhi Leonard in it.
It's
What
very
I can
entertaining.
Oh my bad.
Oh, no, you good.
What I can say though, he was spitting.
Drake is gonna spit, bro.
He was spitting.
And he had a lot of animosity in some of them bars, bro. I don't know what he was talking about.
I like
Kanye.
that.
He definitely was talking crazy. He was talking real
shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah, I like 7 a.m. on Bridal.
Exactly.
That 7 a.m. on the bridal, yeah, bro. He was talking
Shit.
so spicy.
When Kanye management was like, well, Kanye don't have no problem, but if Drake say, and Drake was like, bet, say less.
The best thing I think we got out of both of them albums is the Andre 3000 feature. Like the leak. Oh my God. So it was refreshing to hear him. I ain't heard
So
him in
what
so
is this
long.
issue with Consequence? Did you
I don't
see
know
that?
what the issue is with Consequence.
He was upset about some leak. I don't know if it was the Andre 3000. I don't know which leak he was upset about, but I'm like,
I think it was the
maybe
Andre.
maybe it was Andre 3000 one because because that was considered Drake's like a diss record to Drake. You know what I'm saying? How he put Virgil and him in a group chat and had them, tell them niggas to stop with the internet shit.
but my thing is like, I don't understand why Consequences upset. Like, I'm just confused.
Well, he writes
like,
for Kanye.
Copy.
Make
Okay.
beats,
Clear.
him,
Got it.
Saha. Kanye don't write.
Travis Scott. I can't believe he doesn't write anymore. Remember when he was writing, bro? He was he was the best artist out.
Hell
He don't
yeah.
have time, bro. Nigga don't have time to write.
Mm,
And he got one of the best
Then he told-
rappers. Saha, he one of the best rappers. MC.
He told that nigga to go write for him now.
Yeah.
On the album, on the
That can be a hard job for a nigga like Kanye. Hey man,
Yeah.
go write about the Lord and God.
You heard what he said? He said when I text you WYD, you go back and you write the best shit that I need. I'm like, bro, what is this nigga on, bro?
Bro, them niggas gotta be really good, bro.
I really
Like that's what he said to Drake, and I'm like, yo, go write the best shit that I need, nigga. Like,
ain't no
But do
way.
y'all know how? Do
I
y'all
could
know
give
how
a
the
fuck,
beef started?
no.
Nigga, I can't even get them niggas a goddamn
have no idea how it
song.
started.
Nigga say, nigga, just go, nigga.
go write
Do
the
y'all-
best shit that I need.
So do y'all know how the beef started with him and Drake?
I looked up.
I think, didn't it start way back when with the Pusha T shit, him telling Pusha T that he had a son?
It was
So it was like a little animosity. I don't know what, like,
it was before
that's just
that.
a
like-
part of it. But,
Before.
like, it's been like little tips, like
Exactly.
since Kanye made
He did a song,
"Baby, You
right?
My Everything, You All I Ever Want." When he made that shit, they had like some animosity. Somehow Drake had some bars in it how he wanted to be like Kanye to an extent, and then he had bars along the lines like how I'm Jay, nigga, and I ain't about to be Kanye, nigga. That's always like he had some bars where he had some crazy bars, like along the history, like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now I'm looking down at niggas like him, kind of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was, if you look it up, they have like a what's that network that what's the name was on academics Complex. Complex they have like a whole little thing on it. You can look it up. Shout out
Like
to
the
Complex.
history of.
Yeah, the history of so for real, bro. It's like a 10-minute
That's OD.
10-minute history.
He did a song or something, and he sent it to Drake. Drake started writing to it.
Or the Poopity Scoop.
Poopity scoop.
Remember that shit? What?
Oh yeah.
He sent it to him and all that poopy scoop on it.
Yeah, she sent him a beat.
Oh, he trolling me.
He sent that nigga a beat, and then he said, bro, he heard that shit on that nigga album like a couple months later with just bullshit on it. Like, that's what Drake said. It was poopity scoop, the whole album, whole shit.
Do y'all have a feature on the Drake shit that y'all like the most? Was it one?
I like the
feature?
21 Savage.
21.
Yeah.
Knife Talk.
I'm going Fuge.
Goodbye.
Fuge.
I already said the little baby one.
But not,
I like the Wayne shit, man. Wayne went the fuck off.
I ain't
bro.
even hear it.
I think it
Ross?
was cool.
Haven't heard it yet.
Bro, you gotta check that out.
Yeah, I
He
think it was
went the
cool.
Fuck off on that shit, bro.
Or,
Yeah.
It'd
gotta-
be refreshing.
you gotta
to
check
hear
but
Lil
I
Wayne,
ain't
too.
going front. I do like on Dondas. I do like the babies. He talked about the shit he's going through now with the politics and shit.
What, getting canceled?
Yeah, all like getting cancel culture type shit. I like this shit a lot, and just speaking his
Are y'all
mind.
okay?
Because they think I hate the baby, but I don't.
I don't know.
like his music.
I'm indifferent about the baby.
Yeah, it's weird because I guess you just seen him. You seen his growth, so it's just odd, kind of seeing him like being extra arrogant.
Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to him, I just don't appreciate the comments that he made. I mean, whether he truly feels that way or not, like, he has to understand he has a platform and he has to be responsible for the things that he says. So, I mean, I don't know that what he said necessarily was homophobic, but I do believe that it was offensive. Right. So the fact that, like, people are telling you, like, yeah, bruh, that hurt my feelings, and you like, well, fuck your feelings. Like, bitch, I pay for you to live. Like, humble yourself.
That's true.
So I think that's what it was for me. And then when he came out with an apology, his PR team basically wrote this extensive apology. And then he's on Instagram basically like, I'm not sorry. Like, I could give a fuck. Like, all right, bro. Well, cancel this. Cancel this. Take him off of that. You're not doing that.
I'm actually cool. I'm actually cool with him saying he's not sorry.
I'm actually cool.
My thing is like, I'm not.
I appreciate. I think it's offensive. Don't get it twisted. He should definitely choose his words.
Yeah.
But saying that, I'm heterosexual and I care about my heterosexuality. Like, I don't feel like I have to. But he shouldn't. He just shouldn't have said it that way.
Exactly.
Like, everybody, if everybody in this room, I think is heterosexual.
Yeah,
bro.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I might like a couple bitches here and there. I might like a bitch here and there,
It's like you
like Dib and Dad. Huh?
What you say?
So? He said, I think everybody is heterosexual in here. I said, I might like a couple bitches here and there, Dib and Dad.
What are y'all seeing, man? Like, what do women seeing, man?
I always wondered that. I don't know.
Like,
bro,
I don't know. I feel like you need to be
like a motherfucker.
I feel like you got to be more specific. Like, I don't know. I feel like why are women attracted to men?
Beautiful as a creature, bro.
Yeah. I feel like I definitely agree with that because I see
a certain way. You was designed to think a certain way, so
not necessarily. I feel like for me, I don't feel like sexuality is something that
we're not beautiful,
you're like ingrained with. I feel like it's something that you're born with. Like when I was born, I was attracted to men, but I'm also attracted to women. Just like you were born and you're attracted to women. It wasn't that society or your parents are like, you gonna like bitches.
Right.
Like, no, that's not how it works.
You think people are born gay?
Yes. I don't think that you're raised gay. Listen,
too.
I was raised by gay parents. Like, but I'm going to marry a man. I'm more attracted to men. Like, yes, can I admire a woman? Absolutely. But my siblings are not at all gay. Like,
I respect that.
I respect that, but then there's some truth. It's true facts. Like, if that's the case, then why would God make men to like women and women to like men? Because now you saying, hold on, because now you saying God is a mistake when you saying.
I'm not saying that God is a mistake, but if
he makes mistakes, that's what you're basically saying.
If being gay is a sin, how is my sin of fucking a bitch any different than your sin of premarital sex?
See, this is why a sin is a sin.
Let's not get you deep.
This is why
a sin is a sin.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
My sin and your sin is the same sin.
It is. But we're not talking about. We ain't talking about sin. But we're talking about just.
It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a mistake, but it's a lot of things that God don't want us to do that we out here. We over here sipping liquor right now. God wants us to be over here drinking like this.
That's on your free will.
Like,
I'm talking about what God was intended. That's the difference between free will. What God intended was that men and women should be together. They should reproduce. Now, what you like, that's what you like. My factual argument is God said this. It's what it's supposed to tend. Now, whatever you do with that, that's on you. But this is what it is. So when he designed certain things, he designed men to be attracted to women like women attracted to men. Mm-hmm. Now, the things that we learning now is all environmental. We see
not necessarily because if you look back in history, men been fucking men since before Jesus. Like, that's crazy. So Plato was fucking a man. Aristotle was fucking a man.
Yeah, but that's a different. Hold on, that's a different.
Like,
no, that's a different creature, though.
It's not. These are all men fucking men. Like, and women weren't fucking women back then. They were fucking men.
But that was in the African.
Everybody was fucking men.
But that was in the African spirituality. So
like,
we can go back. We go close it,
right? So in the beginning, I was telling y'all that I got a new tattoo yesterday. Super cute. I got it at Tattoos and Booze, in Uptown Charlotte. But I wanted to talk a little bit today about mental health in the Black community. So I haven't been on a pod in probably like a year. Yeah.
It seemed like
it's been like a year, yeah. But so much has happened in pretty much a short amount of time. Obviously COVID. But last year, my little brother started dealing with some really, really bad mental health issues. And me and my brother are super close. Like I told you guys, my mom is gay, or was gay. She passed away in 2019. But her first partner that she was with, which I call my stepmom, They were together for like 16 years. So that's the other woman that raised me from the time that I was, born until I was like 13 or 14 years old. They were together. So her kids are my siblings, which is my little brother, Chris. And I would say probably about last August, he called me and he's telling me about how he's like hearing voices in his house of like our cousins who actually live in New York, and he was living in Florida at the time. And they're like talking about his business and they're talking about his wife. And I'm just like, what? Like, so I talked to his wife, we have a really good, relationship that's literally like my sister. And I'm like, what's going on? She's telling me how he's not sleeping. And I took a little bit of psychology in high school and college, so I know that sleep deprivation can cause hallucinations. Yeah. So I'm thinking that's what it is. Like, okay, we get him some melatonin or, some NyQuil, something, just get him to sleep. Maybe the hallucinations will subside. But we just couldn't get him to sleep. So for my birthday, I had planned a trip down to Miami. Me and one of my homegirls went out there, and he calls me like 3:00 in the morning. I'm coming down there. He lives about 2 hours away. So I'm like, what's going on? I'll tell you when I get there. So him, his wife, their 2 kids drive down to Miami. It's probably like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And I come out the hotel. He has a gun. Oh. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm going back home. I'm going to New York. Okay, what's going on? And he's like, I just started this job. The niggas, they talking about me. They talking about robbing my house. They talking about all this shit. I'm like, yo, if you just got there, like, what's going on? What do you mean? Like, they're talking about you. And I'm just trying to like calm him down and try to rationalize with him so that he can calm down. And I'm like, well, if the problem is here, why do you need to take the gun to New York? And he's like, because I need it. I'm like, well, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you this right here, right now. As your big sister, you're not taking that gun. Because you get to the airport with that gun, they'll fill your body with bullets. And I'm not having it. So you're going to leave the gun here. So we've managed to get the gun from him after fighting with him in the street in Miami on the beach. Like, we get the gun away from him. We get him a flight to New York. So we get him institutionalized in New York. And he was so upset about it. Like, literally called me like so hurt every day that like my sister and his mom actually got him committed, and he was so hurt by it. But I'm like, we just need to figure out what's going on. Like, we need to, make sure that we get some medication for you and make sure that you're okay. So he ends up, discharging himself. His wife comes to get him, and he go back to Florida, where they've recommended a team for him in Florida. So when he gets to Florida, they basically like are just, dicking him around. My brother is a veteran, so you would think that, Veteran Affairs would, hook him up. Right. He served this country. Not the case. They would postpone his appointments. They would cancel hhis appointments. They would re-refer him to other people. It was ridiculous. So it started to get really bad. So my sibling's mom went out there. My stepmom went out there, and she's helping him. She's helping, his wife with the kids. And then my sister ends up going out there. And I was planning to go out there as well, but I had like work stuff where my computer had broke. I had to wait for them to ship me a new one. So I ended up staying in Charlotte. So fast forward, I would say probably about a month later, like early March-ish, my sister is back in New York and my mom is back in New York. And my sister-in-law calls my mom and she tells her, it's starting to get really bad. I need you to come back. So she goes back. She's helping him again. And then, never forget this, March 14th, I get a call from my sister. And she's like, Liz, my sister-in-law, she can't get in touch with mommy. We need to call mommy. So we're calling her. And it's not unlike her to like not pick up the phone when she's asleep. So we're calling her. She's not picking up. So now I'm like, I'm going to just call the sheriff's department so they can just go do a wellness check at the house, wake her up, whatever. Because at that time, my brother and my sister-in-law had driven out like 2 hours away to spread my actual mom's, my biological mom's ashes, because my brother wanted to spread her ashes. So they're like 2 hours away and they get into an altercation and he pulls a gun out on her and he's like, listen, just leave me alone. Just let me go. So she's trying to, find him, look for him, and she calls the police and attempt to look for him. So she was tasked with locating my brother. We were tasked with getting in touch with our mom. So probably about 3 or 4 hours later, we get a phone call from the police department that they found a body in the house. So long story short, it was our mom. So I would say probably about an hour later, we get another phone call and the police actually murdered my brother. So we lost 2 people that day. My brother actually, and I'm not sure exactly what happened, but obviously experiencing some sort of psychosis, didn't even realize, but murdered our mom. And then the police murdered him. Yeah. So it was wild. It was so crazy. But we had to deal with all of that. So now we've just been basically trying to hold people accountable because my brother should not have died. Although, yes, he did kill our mom. He was hearing voices. They knew that he was, not in the right state of mind, and they killed him. But a lot of it had to do with so many mishaps and missteps by mental health professionals not assisting him where he needed it. The police were called several times to their house and did nothing. With, oh, well, he's fine. He's talking, so we think it's okay. He'll be fine. Well, now you got 2 bodies on your hands because y'all should have institutionalized him. In Florida, it's called the Baker Act. Y'all should have Baker Acted him, allowed him to get the assistance that he needed, and this would not have happened. Even they got him to go and see a nurse practitioner, which she worked for the VA hospital in the mental health division. And she told them, like, normally for, this type of these types of symptoms, having auditory hallucinations, I would Baker Act you. I would have you committed. But as long as you're going to stick to your appointments, I'll let you go home. Like, what? Like, we're telling you that he's hearing voices. We're telling you that we don't think that he is going to harm us, but one of the voices in his head, yeah, definitely. Right. And y'all just let him go. So I've been working with the police department in Martin County, Florida, where my brother lived, to basically try to come up with some sort of like resolution to this. It's unfortunate that it had to happen to my family, but to try to avoid it happening to somebody else's family, because this didn't have to be this way. And I'm thankful because everybody in my family, we're all very like mental health, like conscious. And it's not something where we're like, oh no, well, just pray about it. It'll be okay. And I'm not trying to down prayer because I pray every day, all day. But, with Black people in prayer, we just like, just pray about it, leave it to God. And like, that's it. Like, no, you got to put that work behind it. So in addition to praying about, getting your mental health better, you need to be doing the work. You need to be journaling. You need to be seeing a therapist. If medication is needed, you need to be taking your medication. You need to be taking all the steps needed to make yourself better, not just God gonna fix it. Yeah. That's it.
I think that's in the area in the Black community. I think that's where religion fell is at, because we want to put in everything in God's hands, but then we don't want to put the work in to do what we're supposed to do to get ourselves better. Mm-hmm. And if that fall in the category of the mental health issues, we need to get therapy. We need to.
Absolutely. I see a therapist every other week.
We need to.
And I mean, I obviously, like, outside of this, I've been seeing my therapist for maybe like 2 or 3 years now, but like just day-to-day stuff, like the things that we go through as a community, just being Black in America is traumatic. Like, and trauma don't have to be like you seeing somebody get shot in the face. Like, no, like trauma is anything that disrupts your spirit, anything that causes you to alter or change in any way, shape, or form is how trauma is defined. So if an event altered your life, it's traumatic. You need to seek help. Like, and no, that doesn't mean that you're crazy. No, it doesn't mean you need to be medicated, but you need to have a safe space to talk about it. Because another thing in Black families is like,
we embarrassed.
We be running them mouth. Like, exactly. Like, and you so embarrassed to, go to your mom or go to your dad or go to your brothers because, yeah, you heard that, Ty be blah, 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 blah. Like, and now the whole family know your business. No. So, back. So it's hard for us to have that safe space where we know that somebody's not going to go back and be talking about us and we feel ashamed about it. So
I do want to mention that what you said is powerful. Like, the missteps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that happens in a lot of places. Like, even like from mental health to like even like child protective services. Yeah. Like kids be getting murdered. Like, you know, just even the care of actual patients, you know what I'm saying, in the hospitals.
And
it just
it's a
gets
lot
missed
with black and brown people. And it's so sad. Like, freaking, even, I want to say Remy Ma was talking about how she almost died when she gave birth to her daughter because
that's the thing too.
They were ready to discharge her. Oh, no, you're fine. It's okay.
Systematic racism.
And I think she was like, her blood was clotted. And it was something with her blood. I can't remember exactly what it was, but she almost died. This is Remy Ma. It's like, what are y'all going to do for me when I have a child?
They don't care.
They don't care.
Exactly. It's so sad because I saw this study that it's really just disgusting to even repeat, but a lot of doctors in this day and age believe that black people have a higher tolerance than other people. So when they complain about pain, I don't want to say they don't believe them, but they don't take it as serious because they believe that black people can endure more pain than other people because they're black. Like, there's no science behind that. What?
Systematic.
That's not surprising to hear. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's disgusting to hear though. So to me, I'm not surprised, but I'm taken back because it's just like, you go to school, right? For like 37,000 years to get a doctorate and become a doctor of medicine. And you believe some shit like that. Like,
I don't even think they believe it. I think it's more or less inbred. Like,
but even still, like,
I mean, that's wrong for sure. Like,
you're a doctor, you're trained to think logically, right? You're trained to think scientifically. Like, so when you go through a scientific process, you have to have a hypothesis and you have to have a result that either approves it or disproves it.
Right.
So if you have nothing in between to basically says, yep, my hypothesis is correct, why would that be something that you continue to believe? I
agree.
Like, that shit is dumb as fuck to me.
I completely agree. But I think that just the struggle as black people, you know, that we went through, or even like the way we're raised, gives them that, I guess, that perception that we are stronger.
My thing
even mentally, like, just like we're stronger. Like, if we say something like, yo, I'm having some anxiety issues, I'm not really sure what's going on, they look at you like, no, you don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
because they think it's so normal for us, which, I mean, in reality, like, yeah, I can kind of understand where it's coming from, but at the end of the day, it's not normal. Not right. It's being normalized. It's
not right by far.
Like, so I don't know, the whole situation. I mean, obviously for me, it was fucked up, but like, my brother had 3 kids that, you know, now it's left to, you know, our family to basically raise his kids. He got a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 2-year-old. Like, his youngest just turned 2 at the end of June. So it's like, or the middle of June, but it's sad, you know, that these kids have to grow up without a father because so many people mishandled him.
Yeah. So are y'all, like, did y'all go take the proper steps to see, like, during his upbringing, like, what was really wrong with him? Like,
so
got to that part yet?
Initially we thought it was something that happened in the military, because he did leave a note.
Military will.
But then we later learned that his father, who was an absent father, dealt with a lot of mental illness and was hospitalized a good portion of his life. So now it's starting to look like it was more so genetic than environmental. So in my heart, I believe that it was more so genetic than, you know, any other outside factor. But it could have been a number of any different things.
Damn.
I'm be surprised.
Yeah, so check on your loved ones. Like, truly, honestly, and genuinely, check on the people that you care about. Because when, you know, it was time for, you know, to get the family together and, you know, to arrange the funeral and stuff like that, so many people coming up to me, my sister, and my sister-in-law, like, how long was this going on? I had no idea. Yeah, you had no idea because you don't be around.
But also, it's also about the tight-knitness. So, like,
exactly,
y'all ain't supposed to know what's going on. None of my business ain't supposed to be in the street.
Yeah, and it's not even that.
That's just a thing. That's a black people thing.
Exactly,
like you just mentioned, like, we keep our business in everybody else's mouth.
Exactly.
And that's one thing. I mean, I commend y'all family because honestly, like, in my family, everybody know. We all know Boo Boo crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the you know, that's the energy they would give it, like, oh, this nigga crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of getting help.
I know.
Yeah, we all know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got an uncle right now, like, this nigga crazy, but he probably just needs some damn help.
Exactly.
But we need to start taking that shit serious.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Mental health is wealth. You got the mental health to do things. You can do powerful things in this world. And a lot of that shit to get stripped away from us because of systematic racism. The shit that we got to put up with. on a day-to-day basis. It's like this is enough to drive a motherfucker crazy.
Absolutely.
It really is, man. It's like we battle so much, especially, and I'm not gonna just say it ain't, but for men, that shit is serious for men. And I just was researching some shit where depression, we the leaders in depression.
Mm-hmm. I think 75% of suicides are men.
Yeah,
that's because we suppress a lot of
exactly. We're women. We have an outlet. Like I can sit here and we can be sitting here talking about, I don't know, how it was a beautiful day today, and I could start crying, and people will be like, "Oh, she probably on her period. It's fine." But if you start crying, they're gonna flame your ass for life. You're gonna be a me. You're gonna be a me. Like so, it's that where we don't give men the emotional and mental space to be vulnerable and then be upset with men because they don't want to open up or be vulnerable. It's like, okay, we raised y'all from childhood. Nah, be a man up, toughen up.
Don't cry.
Exactly. You don't cry. That's some bitch shit. But tell my kids that then when they're a man and they're kids, I would never
be a man. I don't
exactly.
There's no definition. So
Hell no. I was talking to this dude and he was like screaming at his son because his son was crying. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Never again when the fuck I'm around. You better talk to that motherfucking baby like that again. I could give a fuck if he's my child or not. But you're not going to sit here and limit his emotional ability to express himself the way that he see fit because you don't deem it as acceptable. Boy, fuck you. I curse him the fuck. Hell no. You don't talk to no kid like that. Are you crazy?
Here is where the trauma happens when it comes to that. Because if women was more acceptable to having a man vulnerable to telling his feelings and not for that woman to slap it in his face once he do, then I think more men would do it.
I think it starts from childhood. We're all ingrained to believe that men are not supposed to show emotions, and that is incorrect.
But also then when you meet a girl that you try to be vulnerable to and then you do it and she just put it in your face, it's like you stop doing it.
Absolutely.
So then that's where you raise your child at. From that point, it's like, okay, you can't show women. And that's where the trauma comes in. You can't show, you got to man up.
We're going to correct that statement. You can't show girls that. Because as a woman, I am very receptive to a man being vulnerable and open and honest with me.
But that's huge. Again, we go.
So no, I'm saying that is a girl. That's not. You need to find somebody that a woman is emotionally aware and intelligent, who is going to sit here and be accepting of your emotions. That is a woman. A girl is not going to allow that. I don't want to hear that crying shit.
But a lot of times in our community, you don't get the pick of the litter of the of the ones that you really can't find that. It's like you really can't pick and choose that because shit happens where you just meet a girl and then shit just happen. It's like we ain't trying to find the best girl. We just trying to find somebody to be with. And in times when you in the hood, in our community, like if you out and about and seeing different things, you might find that girl that might be receptive because she was raised different. But when you in the hood, it's trauma in the hood.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I raised my son to be a man because I don't want him to cry. And like I said, that's just traumas from meeting certain females where you look, if I got to teach my son this way, like, my son got to be a man. He got to be a man. And that's just how we teach him.
Yeah, but being a man doesn't mean that you are not supposed to express your emotions.
You're not, but
like a man is supposed to express his emotions. I'm not saying at every drop of the dime, but nobody should be like that. You snap your fingers, you just break down into tears. Like, you need to talk to somebody about that. Because that's a problem, whether you have a pussy or a motherfucking penis. Like, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is we need to stop teaching our kids that.
That's where therapy
people
comes in.
also need to stop being that way because it's not right. Like, at the end of the day, like I said before, I can't sit here and be upset with a man because he don't want to express himself to me when throughout his entire life, from the time that he was born into, whatever age he is between, 29 and 38, people have beat him down for being emotional. It's like now he have to unlearn 38 years of behavior. And how the fuck do I expect for him to do that overnight? You can't. Yeah. So at the end of the day, we all need to unlearn that. it's fucking toxic.
But the thing is, it's kind of hard. Like I said, it's easy to say that, but it's kind of hard to be vulnerable.
Listen, I'm not saying it's easy, but what I'm saying is it's necessary, because there's a lot of things that I went through personally where I should be completely different, where, you know, a completely different person. I want to say, I told y'all before that I was in an abusive relationship. I should hate all niggas because niggas hated me, but I don't.
Did you go get the help though?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a conscious
people
decision.
Ain't going to get this help.
And that's the problem.
Was he lying to you? When
You said what?
Was he lying to you?
What do you mean?
Dude.
Like, I'm sorry.
Was he lying to you about shit? Like, what was the
what,
riff?
the abuse?
The riff part. Like, I just wonder what that was. What was the riff? Like, was he lying? Were you lying? Was it some shit?
What are you talking about, the abusive relationship?
Yeah, like what was going on to make him?
It would be stupid shit.
The nigga be like, yo, where my food? Boom, boom.
So,
like,
literally fights would happen out of nowhere. So, like, when you're with somebody who's abusive, like truly abusive, not like I provoke you to a point where you want to punch me in my face. No. Where somebody is like abusive, they're very manipulative. So they'll gaslight the fuck out of you. So let's say me and you are together and I'm the abusive one. I'll go out and I'll fuck somebody else and I'll be like, I know that you've been out here fucking bitches. And you'd be like, I see the nut stains. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I know that you just fucked somebody. Do you really feel like I would be out here fucking other niggas? It literally have this whole thing, curse you the fuck out, and now I'm beating your ass. All because I gaslighted you into admitting to me that you fucked nobody. Because I was out here fucking. So it would be shit like that. Like, we would get into an argument and like at night, and I'm like, you know what? You got it, bruh. I'm not finna argue with me, because I'm the type of person that like, I'm not finna do all of this. It makes me angry and now I want to fight. So I'm like, you know what? Good night. Enjoy your night. I'll go to bed. And wake up to him slapping me in my face, and now we got to fight. How you slap somebody out they sleep and then don't expect to fight? Shit like that. Like, or him sitting here and he'll say shit. Me, I don't play about kids. Whether they my kids, I don't play about the kids. So he'll say shit like, you're a whore. Your goddaughter should never look up to you. Don't put my godbaby name in no sentence. So now I got to beat your ass. Or he'll spit in my face. Ooh. Like, now I got to beat your ass. Like, shit like that. Like, so it was just a very toxic relationship where he just like saw this as a kid and deemed it as acceptable behavior.
Nigga, do you know the mitts that I put on a nigga if he
listen?
That's spitting. That's so disrespectful.
That's
the police were called plenty of times on me. So, like, plenty of times, because I was in his apartment trying to murder him. Like, because that's just not some shit I'm going to stand for. Yeah. But I was also in a very vulnerable place where I felt like, low-key, like I needed him. Like, he was the only person I had. I felt like I couldn't talk to nobody about it because, again, in Black families, you tell somebody, hey, mom, this boy hit me in my face. Now the whole squad is, at this man's door ready to kill him. I don't want nobody to do a charge over my decisions. Right. Like, this shit don't belong to y'all. I put me in this situation. Right. Because at the end of the day, if my dumb ass, which I did plenty of times, decide I want to forgive him and go back, and he do it again, now you just took a charge for no reason. Like, and I don't want to put nobody in no situation like that. So, yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So,
thanks.
In closing, like, I think when it comes to mental health, we both, if we going to be vulnerable with each other, we need to be vulnerable with each other and have like a common respect for when you're doing it. Because like I said,
like a safe space?
It's a safe space. Because a lot of times, like, we don't do it because it's not receptive well with the Black woman. Because like I said, that can, one problem rise up between y'all, it could be a slap in your face.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It could be a slap in your face. So a lot of men tend not to do it because they can't find that safe space with that woman. Now, if you could find a safe space with that woman, she's an anomaly.
So I posed the question of, is that the right woman for you if you cannot be your true, authentic self with her?
You have to leave. I'm telling you. The breakup is real.
But like I said, she probably can be good in all other areas to where you with that girl. Why you with her? She's probably a good mother. She's probably a good wife. But when it comes to certain shit like that, when she get pissed off, she might throw it back in your face.
My thing is, like, again, is that the woman for you? Because, like, are you being your true self with her?
So, question. I'm going to ask y'all this. When do y'all know it's time to break up?
When you feel like, okay, so for me, it's like, if I feel like this is my list of expectations in a person and they are not meeting the minimum requirements of those expectations, and I've analyzed it and I'm able to assess that,
This shit sounds like a business plan.
it's time to go. It's just being realistic, because at the end of the day, if you remove all emotion from it, like that's what it is.
I mean, honestly, it is.
Because
I just
the
think it's
only
funny
thing
you
that
sound- you
keeps
made it
us,
sound like a
the
business
only
plan.
thing that keeps us in toxic relationship is emotions. Like whether it be pride, whether it be
Emotional
intimacy,
connection, yeah.
whether it be love, lust, whatever. It's emotions. If you remove them emotions and you look at it logically, which is why a lot of men leave before women, like you will.
That's a bar.
You will.
Because we don't have the emotion that they have. Like
It's not even
being funny.
that. Y'all are able to assess things logically. Like this is.
Wait,
this
whoa,
is
whoa,
no
whoa. You
longer-
said-
I had some like non-logical decisions, so I don't want to say
No.
But just, you know,
Generally speaking,
some
men are able
futurists.
to assess situations from a more logical standpoint than women. We react off of pure emotion. Like at the end of the day, if your wife and your child go on a hike and a bear attacks your child, a mom's first instinct is attack. A dad's first instinct, assess the situation. What is the best way for me to get my child away from this bear? Like, no, we are firm in there. Now we did. And for what? Because we...
But
Like-
on the opposite, that's different. That depends on all women, because you remember Andre Drummond? Andre Drummond, they had an incident where he had to save his son for he drowned. He was about to drown in the pool. He jumped in the pool.
that's the assessment he made. He was like,
Exactly.
well, shit, nigga, I can
It's
swim.
logical.
She might not be able to swim.
Exactly.
She looked at the water and was like,
yeah,
maybe
but
not.
she said that the lady will run to it. They didn't even. They just.
She might have
But-
just... But again,
but-
like if she just froze, that's her emotions taking
Okay.
over. I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Oh my
though.
God.
It's both ways.
emotions.
We don't know what neither one of them
Like-
felt. But as a man, we like, shit, nigga, I
Men-
can swim.
exactly.
Boom.
Men
Stand up
think
in that motherfucker.
logically.
Throw that
So-
shit out of
You
here.
see your kid in there.
Yeah.
Because-
The thing is, like, it's innate.
'Cause it's
it's like breathing to y'all. It's logic. It's like, okay, 1 + 1, 2.
Two.
Easy. Boom. Like,
that's another thing.
I feel like it might be. I don't know.
This is important, because as a man, you do have to figure out a way to handle women's emotion. Me being in my marriage, I understand that is an important thing. Now I understand it's very important, because you have to handle it with care. You really do. Because women, they all over the place. And you got, as a man and a leader, you have to be able to keep their emotions to where it makes sense. If y'all can get if it makes sense. You do. Because women's emotions be all over the place. You got a little bang. Listen, we got this. Just relax, breathe a little. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, you really do have to kind of care for women's emotions a little more than what we do. So we got a topic for you.
Okay.
Definitely a topic. And we wanted a woman's perspective on this. And a lot of times you run into women that can't handle the truth. But my question is, do you think if women could handle the truth, do you think men will lie as much as they do?
I'm going to say, short answer, if women could handle the truth, I do not think that men would lie as much as they do. I feel like the key to having an honest and open relationship is creating a safe space where you can be honest with your partner. So I'm not saying that, no, you're not supposed to be upset about things, but once the situation is dead, then it's dead. It's not something to bring back up 6 months from now to be like, well, you cheated on me with Tiandra, and I know that you was honest about it, but I'm still upset with him, bitch. If you upset and you don't feel like that's something you can get over, then you need to exit stage left. So short answer, yes. I do feel like if women could handle the truth, that there would be less lying. I also feel like if you know that your woman can't handle the truth that you're going to give, then you need to reevaluate that situation, because that's not fair to her either.
True. And that, like, I think also that's like even with like when y'all ask us questions about, hey, your true thoughts on weight, True thoughts on height. True thoughts on everything. It just like if we gave y'all our real truths.
You can't include me in the y'all
No.
because
I'm just saying.
I am open to it. Like it was one time I was dealing with this guy for probably like a year and a half, and we weren't exclusive, but we were like on and off. Like I would say that was my nigga for a little bit, but we were open. That was like my homie. So I asked him in the last 9 months, how many bitches you did knock down, and he told me the truth. It was a lot, but okay. What can I do? He told me the truth. Like, how can I be upset with that?
Well, you're an anomaly.
It's like, yes, it's hurtful. It hurts my pride a little bit, but how can I be upset with somebody being honest with me? I wish he would have been more transparent from the beginning. However, if I'm asking you,
how did you honestly handle that? Did you say okay? And then,
I'm like, I literally was like, okay, like, what am I do? Like, punch him in his face?
I mean,
like,
we've heard you. You heard the stories.
It's not their place.
Like, even if that was like officially like my man, like I'm asking you to tell me the truth. And
whatever that truth is, you must handle it.
Yeah. I done had dudes come to me and tell me, like, listen, I got this girl, she might be pregnant. Like, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't find out through the streets. Like, thank you.
Okay, now let me give you a subtopic, like, because there's been a lot of things going on where, when men express their opinion on single women with kids. It's a big topic now.
What do you mean, like a preference?
Yeah, it's a preference. And a lot of times we hearing now that men would rather take a single chick with no kids. Oh, yeah, I know.
That can't be no iPhone, G.
Oh, what's that? Oh,
Green
you know what
message.
that is? That's HTC.
It's a Galaxy Note. Relax.
Not
It's a
HTC.
Galaxy Note.
She got a kickstand on it.
It's a Galaxy Note. Relax. I got the pen and everything.
Nah,
But don't take that shit out, bro. Don't
I got the
Golly.
pen and everything for it, baby.
Cut that shit
Put it back.
I got the pen and everything for it. Cut it
Ain't no
out.
goddamn
that
battery.
nigga showing his age today.
I think
What
for
do
the
you
explode.
Do you-
I feel like
When
it's a place for preference everywhere. It's just how you portray it. So, like, for me, like, do I have a preference because I don't have kids? Yes. But would I date somebody with kids? Yes. Like, it's not a deal breaker for me, but I don't think that any man who has kids has the room to be like, well, I don't want to date nobody who ain't got no kids. Like, bitch, you got kids. Like, so at the end of the day, like, if that's the situation, like, if Ty was like, well, I don't want to date nobody who got no kids, like, chill out, bro. But if
Yeah, that's
Rod
not-
said it,
Fuck did you
That-
put that
that-
if Rod said it, then it's like, okay, I can understand because he don't have no kids.
That's my only problem
Like-
with preference. My only problem with preference is
dog.
Like, you
Just
can't
what you was-
you
just
can't
what
be
you
upset
said.
that somebody is bringing baggage to the table when you're also bringing
God, yeah.
baggage. It's
That's
the
my
same
only problem
baggage.
with preference.
Like,
That's my only
y'all
problem.
both
with
got
preference.
kids.
When you bring
Like-
in the same baggage that you don't want her to bring. Like,
Exactly.
what nigga or she doing the same thing. Like, what?
exactly. Like, he can't have no kids. Like, bitch, you got 6. What are you talking about? Like, hell no. So, yeah, no. I feel like it's a room for preference.
So, Tom, you got your shit.
What was it?
The breakup.
Well, the breakup already got into that, bro. Kinda. I kind of smoothed that up in there not too long. Y'all didn't even realize y'all talked about it. That's crazy. I finessed y'all.
I didn't even bye. You could never.
I said, what about the breakup? How y'all feel about the breakup? Y'all was like,
Oh,
Y'all
you finessed it like that?
Oh yeah, I don't even know y'all talking about
Okay,
it.
next
I don't
topic.
even know the topics.
We ain't even got to say next. You know what I'm saying? We got just know
We
we.
didn't talk about that shit.
Yes, we did.
Facts.
No, we did, nigga.
Only thing that wasn't brought up was like,
keep
what
that
I
old
reference is, do you keep their old stuff? And there's like every once in a while, when y'all going through that breakup ending, how you still be smashing every once in a while. You like, fuck it, man, I just need to get this one more out of here.
Boy, if I could listen, I want to tell you something like that because like I was breaking up with my ex, and like that's when I knew I was done with her. When emotionally we was having sex, and I was like, this ain't it, bro.
You nut and be like,
Ain't no way, bro.
Shit dried up on you.
Ain't no way, bro.
It dried up on you.
Ain't no way, bro.
you nut and be like, I'll be right
That's why,
back.
nigga.
I'm going to the
Ain't
store,
no
you
way,
want
bro.
juice. Never come back. Leave that bitch right there.
Bring some lube back to them.
Bring your shit back. I ain't never coming back. I'll come back next time I hit you up.
She don't fuck with you.
Ain't no way, bro.
That's somebody else's pussy.
Like, damn, this shit don't get wet like I used to.
She like, not for you.
No, but no, no. Hold on. Wait, hold up.
Should be creamy
Y'all
for
taking this
Disney,
shit.
nigga.
Y'all taking this shit. Hold up. Y'all taking this shit. Hold up. Let me
Man, we can have some fun with it. Stop trying to.
Let me put some context on
Eddie,
it.
nigga.
Let me put some
creamy
context
for
on
Eddie.
it. Hold on. Let me put some context on it. Goddamn. She wanted to have sex with me, like, to see if, and it wasn't.
It wasn't the same.
No, it wasn't. It was like, it's
R.I.P.
time to move on.
Yeah. She moved on.
R.I.P.
She probably did, but
Yeah, she moved on.
next topic.
Stop saying next topic, bro.
Would you mind being?
Organic, bro.
Would you mind being
Next
used?
topic.
Okay. Would you mind being used for sex? Mind you, you're not in a relationship, but you do want to be with this girl, but she don't want to be with you. She just strictly like you for sex. Do you mind being a sex object?
I mind.
Go ahead.
I mind. Yeah.
Look at the
100%.
honesty coming from a woman
I
in
mind.
the room.
My thing is like,
'Cause
if
you know
I
what?
know
That
that I
shit-
want
that shit
something from you,
crazy.
like I'm not even gonna hold you initially. I might try to reel you in because I know I got that, you know. So
You got that wild.
you know, but
The WAP? What's that?
well,
Let me introduce you. All right, no, go ahead. My bad.
so
Nigga said wet ass piano.
chill out, bro. Put your hands up.
Nigga.
That nigga put his hands up.
Had to pin him on the back like a baby. Good God.
Hey, that's that shit you tell us in kindergarten. Put your hands up. You gotta call.
Put your arms up.
Wet ass piano. You funny as hell.
Dying, nigga.
I'm all right.
Miss Rebecca, help. Help me.
Rebecca just crying.
The chocolate milk went down the wrong too. Man, help me.
Dying on little kids dying.
You
Like,
mind being a sex object?
oh, I'm cool with that, bro. You know?
You cool?
I mean, you know,
But what if you liked her? What if
in the right
What if
space?
his feelings involved? What if you
Nigga, I told y'all stories before this pod, bro. Years ago, that happened to me. Okay, I was an object.
We want another one.
I don't have another. It's the only one I got. I guess
Okay. What about you?
I was abused.
Bro, the second time I had sex, I got used.
He told
It
me
happened.
about that.
The older woman, right?
No.
She wasn't old.
It was in apartments, bro. Her name was Diogene. She's from New Orleans.
I hope you
Oh,
bleep
he
this out.
told me. He told me about that.
Bro, she fucked the shit out of me and
And just left you.
that was it. And I stayed downstairs and she stayed upstairs.
Oh, you did talk about this the last time.
She ever hit you back?
Nope.
Damn.
You never talked to her again?
R.I.P.
Nope.
You thinking maybe it was your shit wasn't working like that? Like you think
It
you
wasn't
wasn't
that,
you
bro.
couldn't
It
work
was
the
just
middle
like-
like that? or something?
I feel like we
She
live in a
was
day and
bad, bro.
age where like women just could be
wait,
emotionally
wait.
disconnected.
Can we get some
So
context?
it's like that.
You're younger than me.
What's
I couldn't
what
just be
in
laying
what
down
year?
with all
In what-
types
hold
of
on one
women
second.
like that.
What year was that?
I was in ninth grade. So I was 15? 14?
She was in the 8th?
Yeah.
So she's like 14,
Jesus.
13, 14. Put the shit on you.
I
Was you in
won't
the
like
hood?
that.
Fat ass.
Was you in the hood?
You know that New Orleans ass, that New
He
Orleans
said
accent?
fat ass.
And was you in the hood?
Hell no, we was in Cobb County.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I would assume.
It was nice.
Okay.
Nice area, yeah.
Okay, I dig it.
You know, we got a lot of New Orleans people because of Katrina.
Katrina, right?
Nice ass.
She was fast as hell, but she probably was straight from 6th Ward, nigga.
Ass.
Put the
God.
I can see it in your face.
that nigga look, he still
Yeah.
picture that shit.
Nigga, we fucked on the goddamn air mattress, nigga.
He said he's still thinking
I
about
can see it in
that
his
ass.
face. It's in his face.
She wrote the shit out of me, nigga.
And then she went right back upstairs.
I was in her house.
Okay, so she's
I
like,
went downstairs.
she asked you, could you leave?
Nah, we just smashed and then I just went downstairs.
And then you ever seen her again?
No.
You never seen her again?
I don't think so. Because I think I left and then I moved my dad.
Damn.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. man.
Yeah, no.
All I
I wasn't trying to be in no relationship. I just wanted,
You wanted to feel wanted?
just wanted to mess with her around. Mess around with her. But
But she gave it.
she didn't even go to the same school we went to, though.
She rode the shit out you and made you think about life.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, no. I would
That
definitely.
shit always makes me feel like, you know what? I got to do that shit twice. You got to give me 2 times. I fuck up twice.
I did it 2 times.
Oh, you did 2 times also? That's
Yeah,
all
I did
good.
it 2 times. Yeah.
Oh, it's all good. I
But
don't
it was just one sitting, you know, like.
Oh, okay. Still one same day.
Yeah.
That's one time.
That's one time.
That's one time.
Yeah.
But,
One day then.
One time.
but let me feel you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to do it twice. Don't let me fuck up. Like, because I be feeling like it's me. Is it me? Did I fuck up for real? I do it 2 times at least.
I hate you.
I need that round. Not even a round 2. I just need a separate day. You be like, that was good, you know. I mean, I need that second. You know, if I don't get it twice and I feel like it was that one time, I must have been trash. Call me a bad day, bitch. Yeah. Oh well.
It didn't seem like that though, bro. Cause she fucked with me. Like I wasn't even trying to mess with her.
Put the beats on you and then left.
Like, I was thin as hell back then.
You skinny too, nigga. She probably
That's what I'm saying. That's what
your pelvis, nigga.
That's
Shit
what
probably
bitches
hurt.
be doing. They put it on you so you can think about them 12 years later about how you might have missed your wife because you wasn't trying to pursue it.
I got a
I don't
question.
miss her though. It was just like she got a unique name, like Diogene.
I'd never forget that shit too. That shit sound like mustard.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question for y'all though, real quick. How y'all feel about online dating?
I'm not opposed to. I've definitely dated online a few times.
Is it like a dating site or like Instagram?
What do you mean, like Tinder?
10.
Now,
Tenderoni.
Facebook, that shit hard, nigga. If you said
10. He looked out.
I've been on off of Tinder for mad long.
Facebook considered dating?
It's yeah.
Facebook had Facebook dating.
You know what?
Facebook.
I feel like Instagram and Facebook and all those like Snapchat, all that shit is consensually like it's. I mean, not consensual, but like considered almost like a dating site to an
Yeah.
extent.
Because a lot of
It
women
can
hide
be
their
used
shit
that
off
way,
of-
yeah.
They show their ass off there. They put a lot of their feelings on there. Like you kind of get the same thing if you ever been on a dating site before. I just kind of wondered how y'all felt about that and like, have you ever used one and has it worked for you?
It did.
Eh,
I married my wife.
no.
You married a woman off of Facebook?
My wife.
Your wife?
Aw.
That's
Well,
pretty
that's
dope.
beautiful.
Nigga. That's cute.
Do
I
y'all
guess
argue?
it's still hope, right?
Did we argue?
No.
Yeah, that's a relationship, nigga.
I always wondered that, like, you know, I don't know. I guess with online dating, it always makes me think of like you weren't naturally put together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, because,
it was,
like,
it was something we created and it put us together.
I mean, I guess it's like, yeah, y'all didn't meet in a
No,
grocery
but some
store.
things can be
but-
organic. Listen, because
Yeah, never let me finish. That's it.
it's a
I
bird
hate
ass
when you
nigga.
do
No. Okay, no. I have more to it, but I'm saying like, you weren't naturally put together. So I'm like, is that like, and I hate to get religious, but is that ungodly? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to say it like that, but like, it's just, I'm
I'm
being
gonna
honest.
say no.
I've done online dating before. I'm not
Because-
knocking it. I'm just letting you know, like,
Yeah.
it's not the naturalist thing.
So
in the world,
no,
'cause we
it's
created
not.
it.
I guess
You know what I'm saying?
natural in the sense of y'all didn't meet in a grocery store. But if God wants you to meet somebody, hella
Yeah,
high
that shit
water, you're
wild.
gonna meet that person. So I don't give a fuck if it's
a good way to think about
I walk out the door and I'm going to walk my dog and it's the UPS guy, or if it's on Tinder or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Like God is gonna put that person in my path, however, to be my soulmate or my husband or whoever.
Okay.
My wife actually lived next door to us. So she moved to North Carolina. She moved to Charlotte. And I was in Buffalo. And the way we connected was we had a disagreement on religion. And then from that, it turned into actual like conversation. Then we started courting. Then we started like, okay, we got a little bit of common besides religion. Then it just happened naturally.
I can't see you as a courting ass nigga.
Why can't I be a courting ass nigga? I'm aggressive courting ass nigga.
You aggressive?
Very.
Open the door. I'm getting the door, bitch. Door's open.
No, not that
Okay.
aggressive.
My bad.
God
Fuck me
damn.
up.
So
Fuck
you
me up.
open
I would hope
Why
not.
y'all got this such
You open a car door
Why y'all
for
put this stigma on me? God.
Because
You
you
open
put
the
the
car
stigma
door?
on yourself. You
No, I
talk
don't.
you talk
y'all,
a
y'all put this shit on
you
me.
talk a certain way, bro.
open a
Sometimes, not gonna lie.
But that I'm still a
Look
good
at his
guy.
shirt.
I'm still a good
He's
guy.
courting, okay?
His wife made him wear that.
No, she
Anyway,
didn't.
what about you on?
She didn't make it. She'll tell you that.
It's a joke, bro. It's not serious, bro. Come on, what you think about this shit though? You fuck with it?
I did it once.
Did it work?
My ex.
Word?
Yeah.
Did it work?
We was talking about fucking the Joe Budden.
Oh, the Instagram shit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we ended up talking.
Yeah, I met my worst baby mother on Instagram, so I I don't fuck with that shit, okay? I've had my run-ins.
Oh no.
That's why you think it's ungodly.
Yeah.
I have
You
had
asked. Nigga,
one
y'all niggas
long-term
asked.
relationship off of
this topic, bro?
Me.
Ty.
That's why. I get it.
Nah. My worst baby mama. Like, damn. First of all, you made it sound like you got 14 of them. Secondly, you made it sound like they're all horrible, but she is the devil.
No,
Like,
everybody else is good. It's just her. It's just the one I met on Instagram.
I got
met everybody
17
else.
baby mamas.
I met everybody else naturally. Like,
And
you know what I'm
all
saying?
of them is cool except for that demon bitch.
No, real shit though.
And I met her off of Instagram.
Come on,
like,
you tear me
Jesus.
down.
He is making it worse.
She's making it work. Chill out, okay?
That's how it's coming across.
No,
like, dang.
I'm gonna give you context. Like, I met
Fuel
her.
on that shit, ain't she?
The
Throwing gasoline on that shit.
and I'm not saying she's a bad person, but the person that I met, and actually, and the fucked up part about that situation is, I talked to her because I was trying to fuck her friend the whole time, and so like I'm just giving you some context, some real shit, and it was all fucked up because I wasn't in a place to be even doing that shit. Just giving you some real. I was not in a place to be doing that shit. I did it, and I shouldn't have been doing it. But I was on some bullshit. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I was on some bullshit with it. I'm like, oh, I want the friend, so I'm gonna talk to you just to be cool with you, and gradually work my way over.
That's where we get the dislike.
You cannot ask a question. You a piece of shit.
Fucking horrible.
Anyway, I'm done.
Thank you, Rob.
My nigga Rado was looking out.
Bro, that shit been bubbling for like the last 30 minutes, bro. Is that gasoline? Bro?
my cup?
What's that?
Shit been bubbling.
That shit got that.
Put an Alka-Seltzer in there.
No, it's not.
It is.
That shit got sweet tea in it. I ain't got
That's that martini.
You put
nigga.
sweet tea in that
It's
shit?
Alka-Seltzer.
There's nothing in there.
No, he filled it with that's the champagne.
That's the champagne, dog.
Nigga took all the champagne.
bubbling for like
That nigga took the whole bottle of champagne and said, "Fuck y'all niggas, nigga." That's fucked up. How much is left, bro? Is there something for us?
I want to go to.
You left some champagne for
I
us?
want to go to some sports.
You left some champagne for us?
Can we go to some sports?
You left some champagne for us?
No, nigga.
Yeah,
he
we
didn't
did.
leave vodka for us, did he?
My nigga always got the points.
But I wasn't. Okay.
Anywho.
Anywho.
So Cam Newton.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cameron Newton. My boy,
Newton.
Cameron
Okay.
Bartholomew.
And his fucking name.
I have no idea.
It's Jarrell. It is.
Bartholomew
Jarrell.
Jacobson Newton.
No. Get the fuck up out of it.
Listen, you know when somebody top boy in the
Okay.
sports industry, you know they fucking middle name.
Let me tell you.
Like, you know his social?
Let me tell you though. She's a big time Patriots fan. I know this because me and Adora been cool forever. She's probably happy as hell when Cam got released
I am.
because he didn't play like shit. Because he played like shit that one year. and
Yes,
they
he
not.
did. Yes, he did.
But you think
it's
they
hard
had
for me
nobody
to.
else?
Well, he explained. He
So,
in
here's
his
the thing.
defense. In his defense, he explained it. He explained like that COVID period kind of messed him up.
I understand that. And, you know, good for him. I honestly, I don't think that we should have let him go because I don't think that Mac Jones is 100% ready.
Man, y'all gonna learn about them. Y'all gonna learn about them Alabama.
Let me tell you how
Like,
trash.
suck.
Let me tell you how trash he about to be.
My thing is like it's not even
sucked.
just
Them
that. It's
Alabama
like he's a
quarterbacks ain't never
rookie,
built for the
and
NFL.
he's like I don't know very many rookies that come out and they're just like made ready. Like I mean, I don't like Patrick Mahomes, but we're not going to get into that. I don't. I'm not saying as an athlete, but I feel like as a person, he just gives me like I punt puppy vibes on my spare time.
What?
Like
What?
I don't like him.
What you
Say that again.
I pump what?
I punt puppies in my spare time.
Punt puppies.
He just gives me
Yo.
like real like
What?
I'm gonna sit here and smile in your face and act like I'm this nice wholesome.
retrievers.
Yeah, he probably punted their moms. Like
What?
I don't know. I don't like him. He gives me really bad vibes. Like I don't like.
I think
I don't like. him.
I honestly
don't.
think it's a
That's
bad
basically
mistake.
not
I don't
liking
like him.
Stephen Curry.
Nah, that's not true.
can't.
That's not true.
Stephen
Stephen Curry, no, they don't. Patrick, it's an energy, it's an aura. Like Stephen
Patrick
Curry, he
give
seems
out
like a
good
very
energy.
like nice,
both
wholesome,
got
like
the
all
same
American
aura.
vibe.
They
No, they
They
don't.
both got the same aura.
Stephen Curry,
They
he seems
arrogant
like
as
a
hell.
very.
Goddamn light
My
skin.
thing is
Have
like
a helmet on.
no.
That's probably
Stephen
why.
Curry, he seems like yes, I know I'm the shit, but I go to church on Sunday and I tithe and I have this beautiful
It's 'cause
wife.
Patrick-
And
it's
no,
'cause
Patrick
Patrick got a
Mahomes,
white
he
word.
just like he give me like
He whooped that ass. That's probably what it is.
I'm a bitch ass nigga on the low.
No, they beat
And niggas used to bully me, so now I call black people niggers. And I know that he, you know, like
He's half blood.
I know that, but still, you could be a racist ass black person.
I said,
Like,
yes, sir.
like I don't know. I just he just give me fuck nigga vibes. Like I don't like him.
I don't get
He
that
se-
vibe from him.
I don't like him at all. But anyway, back to Cameron. I'm not happy that they cut him. I think they should have at least kept him as a backup.
But it was
He
for the
didn't want to
coach.
be
But
a
I-
backup. He didn't want to be a backup.
But it
Okay.
wasn't for that reason. It was
But
for
I believe that the reason that they cut him is the Patriots are very big on buying into the business.
no.
And
Let him finish, bro.
at the end of the day, Cam Newton did not buy into the Patriots organization at all. And a lot of people will say, well, y'all didn't give him time to do it. Like, no, some people come in and they command that, that leadership shit. Like, now I'm not saying be an asshole or be a dictator. No, but like they have a presence. Like, I'm the leader. Y'all are going to follow me. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to move. And they lead them into success. And Cam Newton just did not do that.
Yeah. I understand your opinion, but I don't think that wasn't because they was talking about it on First Take. The reason why Cam, because he didn't get the COVID vaccination, and that's the word on the street.
That's what I heard.
Because he actually was playing good his first 3 preseason games.
I'm not gonna say he didn't. I think that he played amazing the first preseason games. But again, this is preseason. Like we all see how that shit changes throughout the regular season.
It's just the fact that he wasn't on board with the COVID shit after having COVID.
I think that that's an excuse that they may use, like, oh, well, we have to hold him accountable for something. So the reason that we're going to let him go is he don't want to get the COVID vaccine.
Actually, they wouldn't.
No, it just didn't mesh well. Like
they said they're not going to utilize that as an excuse. They said they didn't let him go because
I'm saying like
I would have said that. He ain't get vaccinated.
Of course, they're not going to say that because like that's your right,
that's
right?
The real reason why, because it's like
that's the excuse that we're going to go with. Like, no, reality of the situation is the Patriots have done it for years. They can take a lacrosse player and a janitor and make a Super Bowl winning team.
That's not
so
true.
Get the fuck out of here. They've been doing it for years.
That's
like.
That's not true.
They got 6 rings in the last 20 years.
Yeah,
like
who was in the club?
Who was
at the helm?
My thing is like I understand that absolutely,
took him out.
But my point exactly, like it was times where we didn't have nobody to fucking throw to. It was seasons where we had the one of the best wide receivers in the fucking league, and we did not win a Super Bowl. So what I'm saying is there have been times where we didn't have fucking nobody and won ranks. So
now we ain't going with that.
It's true.
No, we're not going with that.
It's 100% true.
They went
6 rings in 2 decades.
They went 17-1. Listen, they went 17-1, and that's because Brady was in there. Take Brady out of that season, they don't make the playoffs. That's the same thing with Castle.
Listen, I'm not sitting here and saying that Tom Brady is not the fucking GOAT.
No,
they went 11-5.
I don't think he did that year. I don't think he did.
That's a playoff record.
No, it's not.
It actually is a playoff record. Come on.
Yeah, but again, you get 5 more games out of Brady. You get 5 more important games out of Brady.
Come on, man. You got to start. You got to give credit where credit due. The system
11
works.
and 5.
Exactly.
The system
like the Patriots organization is unfucking beat. And yes, a lot of that had to do with Tom Brady being at the head of it. However, they needed somebody to come in and command. And Cam Newton did not do that. So was I happy about them letting him go? Absolutely not. Because again, Mac Jones is not that one either. He needs to be groomed. And a lot of things that Cam Newton has, he could have learned from. But am I surprised? Absolutely not. I saw it come in the moment that they signed him in the draft.
What I can say about Mac Jones though is where Cam failed that he kind of excelled at when it came to leadership, like certain things.
Absolutely.
They said Cam was a good leader there, though.
But Mac Jones, it was something that happened with the offensive
line shit. How he took the lap with them when they fucked up.
With the offensive alignment, and like when players start seeing that, they start seeing.
Exactly.
Seeing
he bought into the organization.
Shit that Cam was doing, like dancing, and he was dancing on drills and shit like that, and having fun. Well, yeah.
Cam was just gonna. I think you have to realize I'm a Panthers fan, so Cam is gonna do that shit regardless.
That shit flies here, though. But in the Patriots organization, it doesn't.
But that doesn't work there. That don't work.
Like, and that's all I'm saying. It wasn't a good fit.
Pre-COVID, I think that he wasn't doing too bad last season.
He wasn't.
And I think that he had minimal people to throw to. I think, to be honest, they tightened up that playbook for him after a while. So they was like, okay, we don't know really what to do with you because
it just wasn't a good fit. It wasn't a good fit.
Having a white statue in that fucking pocket, and when he's not a white statue, fucking just sitting there and can throw the ball off his elbow all damn long. After a while, it becomes almost we can't use you the way we want to. It's bullshit because he can throw every pass too. It just is what it is.
Quick question: because I like him as a person, as a player, I think he still got a little left in the tank. So, with that said, do you think What team do you think he could potentially go to?
Texans.
I think that might be a good fit.
I like him in Washington.
Yeah, they don't have a quarterback.
I'm good.
They got Fitzpatrick.
I don't know
But
that I like him in Washington.
Fitz,
I don't know that would be a good
Fitz
fit
gets his
either.
moments where he get,
But they got to go back up to Kyle Allen. He'll be fine.
You so big on Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen is not bad, bro. He almost beat the Bucks. You forget that. You forgot? We can go through the highlights.
We're going to the Hornets.
Niggas don't like talking about what I like to talk about. Anyway, he'll probably be with the Texans, just a heads up, or a backup for Big Ben. I think really what the issue was.
I keep hearing that.
Is that okay? So I think personally the issue with Cam Newton backing up Mac Jones is a fucking rookie. And he don't see himself behind the rookie. It just don't look right. The aesthetic is wrong. It just doesn't. His personality behind somebody that's that young, it matters. Put him behind Big Ben. He knows he's gonna get that job.
I
soon.
just like.
Let me finish. I
don't feel it.
He knows he's gonna get that job soon. It's built around a big player like him.
No, I
It's built
feel
around
what you're
somebody who
saying.
can
I
throw
just
and run a little bit. It's perfect. Let him sit behind Big Ben, learn a little bit of that style.
Black coach that understands.
But I do see him going to Houston. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's what I'm feeling too.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm feeling that.
Tyrod can't do it.
Tyrod definitely cannot do it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna. It's my man, and he can't. I fuck with Tyrod. Everybody know I fuck with Tyrod, but Tyrod is a beast. But he has weak points.
He's a Buffalo. He just
He needs some
He
help.
love Ty. He used to play.
He's so love.
That nigga's faster than he was faster than any quarterback at the time. Until Kyler Murray came in.
I love Kyler Murray.
So they're fast.
Right, he gotta show me something this year.
I love him. He's just so little and cute. Put him in your pocket.
Anyway, Hornets news. Shout out to the Hornets. They're gonna be good this year. Anyway,
Hornets.
I think they're gonna be good this year.
I think if they get DeMarcus Cousins, because I think DeMarcus Cousins still got some shit left with him. He still can. He's still formidable at that position. So I think if they go make that move, and the excitement that your boy Melo bring with what's the other boy name? Your boy that you like.
Who?
The Rodgers.
Who?
What's his name?
The boy from where?
The boy from Bridges.
Oh, Miles Bridges. Oh yeah, they got
a good chemistry.
A nice young squad. We're gonna see how they work.
TBD.
Yeah, to be determined for sure. We gonna go to a couple games this year. What's up? You wanna go to some games?
Yeah, I want to go to the Knicks game.
Bad.
I want to go see Kemba.
Okay.
Dora, real quick, you had a topic in particular you wanted to talk about.
Yes. So,
the abortion.
This past week, Texas passed a bill where women are not allowed legally to get an abortion after 6 weeks of being pregnant. So, I want to know how you guys feel about that.
I got a question.
Wrong. You don't got a pussy. I'm playing.
That's why I got a question.
I'm playing.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
At what point do responsibility, when it comes to...
Well, we're about to argue for 30 minutes.
We are.
No, we're not. But
ding. Fight.
I'm saying, this is why I'm asking the question. At what point do women start thinking about responsibility when it comes to
so
having
it's
kids?
not just a woman's responsibility because we don't get ourselves pregnant. But if you want to get into that,
Hold on. Can I rebuttal that? Can I rebuttal that?
No.
Can I rebuttal that?
No.
Because a man don't gain access unless a woman want it.
That's not true. Y'all got all the access by making all the bills. Telling me that I can't get an abortion after 6 weeks.
I got points.
Women did not make the bill because a woman would not sign up for that. So you're telling me that if I walk the street and a man rapes me, that I can't get.
Now that's the only thing that is acceptable to me when it comes to abortion.
So what if, right? You go to the hospital and you find out that your wife is pregnant, but if she has this baby, it will kill her. Is that acceptable to terminate?
You guess what? Because me and my wife is in this situation. And in this situation, we have responsible sex.
You still strapped up, nigga?
You have to.
Jesus.
Because if that's
my thing is like, okay.
Hold on, because you got
a condom can bust on impact.
Huh?
Like
I'm not snipping myself.
My thing is like,
doing that.
Shit, not even that.
They got snipped that messed this whole shit up.
Not even that. Condoms can break on impact. Birth control can be ineffective. So let's just say the stars align and she gets pregnant. Like things like that happen.
You know, you see what I'm saying? We in a situation.
I thought you was in that bitch bareback.
Good God. Not about this
G,
man's wife.
Come on, don't make no joke about that.
I don't know. For me
I
personally,
just saying, no, but she brought it up and said that's where I have to bring the responsibility part into. Because again, a lot of times women, it's kryptonite for women to take responsibility for certain shit. It's kryptonite.
my thing is, it is
my
our
thing
responsibility to
can
take.
I ask you a question? If a woman go to the clinic 4 or 5 times, come on, G. There has to be some type of responsibility for that.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying
After
is
4 or 5
I would
times,
much
come on,
rather terminate a pregnancy than raise
4
a
or 5
child
times?
in a broken home or raise a child
not
when I
having
know that I
sex.
don't have the means to raise a child.
I think
Let's be realistic.
really blame her, though.
Like,
No,
I'm
but
not
yeah,
getting
but
myself
yeah,
pregnant.
listen,
So if
bitch.
I tell a man I'm fertile, you need to, strap it up, or we need
You
to
need to
use a
just stop
condom.
having sex.
Like, that's unrealistic.
I blame the
like,
man on that.
Y'all, you know what? For me, sometimes
gotta
y'all
blame
be
the
too.
guy.
Y'all take the beta male route sometimes when it comes to certain shit like this because it's a
as you
hold
should,
on,
because it's not.
responsibility.
You said y'all
You're
who?
right.
I didn't
It's a
call it.
woman's
not you.
responsibility.
Okay,
It's
okay.
my
didn't
pussy,
call
and
it.
I'm gonna do what I want with it. So if
And
I
then
want to
you
have
was doing this
30,000
shit. I was
abortions,
both y'all
then
niggas
I'm gonna
both
have
y'all got
30,000 abortions.
Okay,
It's
but-
my pussy, and I'm gonna do what I want with it.
JG Wentworth.
But that's
877
and that-
cash
okay,
now.
so
Line.
okay, now we're talking about the Texas law, and I think that's where the Texas law stopped. Because if you understand what the Texas law is a Bible belt. You ever heard of a Bible belt?
I understand what the Bible is, but
And
what
the
I'm
Bible
saying
belt,
is this:
hold on, and their laws is interjected into religious beliefs. They're not like they're one of the few states that still have law intact where it's supposed to goes with the.
But what
it's
happened
not,
to
it's not a
the
secular
separation
law.
of I don't know church and state?
Yeah, but they're not a secular state. They
Like,
are a non-secular state.
The United States
No.
of America.
Certain
and state
states.
separation.
Certain states hold laws that's non-secular.
I understand that, but what
And
I'm
there-
saying is
again, and
it
there's-
right? Is it
Yes,
moral?
because that's the-
no, it's not, because you don't have a pussy, right? So if at any point in time a man can just say, you know what,
Point taken.
I
But how many
don't want to
times you
deal with
supposed
this
have an abortion?
responsibility anymore.
You got a point.
How
Like,
many times you supposed to have abortion?
Bro, you can have
it's not for you to decide though. It's not your vagina. If you don't want to raise that child, you don't have to.
So why
you
we
can
whoop
you
our
have
kids?
every ability
We
to
whoop
walk
our,
the
why
fuck
do
away.
We whoop our kids. We
Like-
whoop our kids. We whoop our kids so you can stop making the same goddamn mistakes. We whoop our kids so
And
they
there
can
are
stop
studies that
making
show that corporal punishment is not effective. I got a niece
Shit,
that
it's
you could beat
effective
her
in my
ass all day, every day, and she'll still do the same
It's
shit.
effective in my
Why?
house, and
Because
it was
it's not effective.
It was effective for how I grew up.
Until you
'Cause
have a
when
child
I
who
got
don't
my
give a
ass
fuck about
whooped,
getting
I
their
stopped
ass
doing
beat.
that shit.
But okay, so you don't believe in pro-choice in that case?
I believe in pro-choice,
I'm
but
asking.
at
You
some
don't
point,
gotta
It don't
at
sound
some
like
point-
he believe in
at some
pro-choice.
point-
I'm just asking. Let him. I
Again,
want to hear what he said.
At some point, what I asked her was, at some point, okay, you did it the first time, cool. If it was for a rape issue, because I understand what comes behind that.
Sure.
It's trauma, and in certain situations that affects the relationship between the mother and the child, because the mother can grow up to hate that child because it wasn't born in the way that she deemed it's supposed to.
Pause right
Like
there.
losing Isaiah.
Pause right there. Pause right there. You said it's not being. You
let me
said
get my stuff out. I'm gonna let you get
the
your stuff
child
out.
is not
Let-
being born in a situation that the mother wants it to. That's any situation that a woman has an abortion. Any situation.
I'm
Like what?
Let him finish.
But at certain points now, you have it. You go back to the clinic after having another child. You abort that baby. Then you go to the clinic again after abort that baby. After 5 or 6 chances, goddamn, it should be some type of responsibility in that.
My question, right? And I want to ask you a question before.
Because again,
Okay, go ahead.
abortions affect your body. So if you're going to the abortions to get 6 abortions, something ain't right. You already know you sitting down having sex. You already know you sitting down having sex and laying on your back. You ain't in the condition to even put this child into in the whatchamacallit, on the earth. Then you should have a conscious decision to yourself to say, you know what, this shit ain't right. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's not your choice and it's pro-choice and all that shit. I don't give a damn about that. But at some point, they're just making it to where the law where you can't keep coming back to them killing these babies.
They're technically not babies. But we can get into that later. We can do that later.
My thing is though, like, so what makes you so upset about this? Because I mean, honestly, bro, it has
responsibility.
No,
it has nothing to do with you, though. It's not your responsibility.
We can't, as men, as far as I know, me, I'm good. I'm not having no baby. Come on, my dick. You know what I'm saying? But
You got snap?
no, not yet. But it's coming. We can't make babies, nigga. So like, it's like, what is it? I mean, I'm just asking you, what is it? You said responsibility. Was that really what makes it so personal to you? Because honestly, personally, my opinion, I don't give a fuck how many times you have an abortion. It's nothing to do with me. Sometimes it is, but nothing. but most it has nothing to do with me. I don't give a fuck if you had 20 of them shits. I mean, responsibility. That's that person. You know what I mean? My thing is like, you can't take something and put it on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else's issue, put it on your shoulders. It makes no sense.
Maybe that's
and I respect that.
Maybe that's the issue that I have because, I said, we fight. It's like at some point, like we passionate of fighting certain battles that we think is important to us.
Sure.
Even though that woman is I can't control her, but it's like at some point, and like when do responsibility come in at? I understand that's your body. I understand it. But if it's your body and if you care about your body that much, why are you laying down this many times having all these abortions?
What do you think is more traumatic to a woman's body, an abortion or a childbirth?
Both.
No, a childbirth.
Both.
Abortions are probably safer procedures than BBLs. I'm not even going to say probably. They are 100% safer than BBLs. You could have 8 abortions and still have 6 healthy children.
Is your dad gonna be BBL? No.
Like,
You're gonna kick my ass.
But that's not the issue. The
that
issue
is the issue.
The issue.
You're sitting here and you're talking about,
But
it's traumatic to the body. So is having a baby. You could die. The likelihood of you dying from childbirth is a lot higher than it is from having an abortion.
But also the importance of having a baby. Also, that woman had to go through. She had to go through a space of 9 months where it's a good space for her. It's a good environment. We know this. We know this because
you're saying. I'm sorry. Go back. Because I don't understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is it.
Don't touch my cup, nigga.
I didn't touch your cup. Did I? But you ain't gonna be sitting up here.
So wait a minute, what you talking about?
Hold up.
That's the rim of my cup, nigga.
No, I didn't. I just pushed it over like that.
But no, come on, go.
The gestation of a childbirth. Mm-hmm. Like we know that in that environment, the woman has to be in the best condition she can. She can't be stressed out. She can't go through nothing because this is what affects childbirth sometimes. Mm-hmm. We already know that. So again, my question to you is, if you already know you dealing with these, like, first of all, why do you feel you have to get all these abortions? That's my first question. Like, what's in place?
Because she can.
Okay, so again, that's what I'm saying. I think that when we're talking about law, because we're talking about law, and we're talking about people just stopping these type of actions happening because it's going. It's
so I have a question. When do we shift from placing all of the responsibility on the women and placing some of the responsibility on the men? You can get a vasectomy and it's reversible. So I don't know, why don't we give young men vasectomies before they start fucking, and when they're ready to be a dad, reverse it and boom.
That should change the world.
Exactly. Or start forcing men to take birth control.
Well,
but no, everything got to be on the woman. I got to make sure that you put on a condom. I got to make sure that I have contraceptive. I got to make sure I take birth control. If you nut in me, I got to make sure I get a plan B. And if I get pregnant, I go to jail or I get fined $10,000 because I got an abortion. I don't want everything is on me.
Listen, hold on. I don't want hold on. I don't want you.
True, but
listen, I don't want you to
a lot of STDs are curable. A child is not.
I don't want you to be under the impression that I'm blaming women. I'm not blaming.
You're not blaming women.
I'm not just blaming women.
But
what I'm saying is,
I think
both. I think both is a responsibility for both.
But there's not. Men are not being held responsible for having abortions. If a woman goes and have an abortion in Texas after 6 weeks now, she's getting fined $10,000. Now, if her baby daddy take her, he can be fined $10,000 too. But if he don't know about it or he's not partaking in the abortion, he's not being held responsible. That's my issue, is that everything, all of the punishments are being placed on the woman for everything, every step of the way. Well, you should have been responsible and you should have told him to put on a condom. You should have been responsible and you should have been on birth control. You should have been responsible and you should have taken a plan B. You should have been responsible and you should have known your body. Why it got to be all on me?
But again, it have to.
No, it don't have to.
Hold on, it have to.
You got a dick and you came
on you. It have to be on you.
No, it don't.
It have to be. Listen, man. It's like this. It's like this. If I'm doing the same thing and having a failure to everything that's going on what I'm doing, at some point I had to make a conscious decision to stop what I'm doing because this shit ain't working. So if you're a female that's laying down and you having abortions after abortions after abortion, at some point you have to take accountability of having these abortions.
So question. Okay, so now when you said that a couple times, and it makes me think like, so what is the responsibility in that aspect? Having the child?
No, the responsibility is if you don't want the child, stop killing it. Stop killing all these babies you have.
They're not babies.
If you want,
so it happens again, then what? Now what? Like you're saying, stop killing the babies. Now what? Then have it.
You keep doing it. You keep doing it. At some point,
my thing is this, right?
Are you saying Are you saying have it? That's what I'm asking.
Yes, that's what he's saying. It's have the child. It's either have the child or stop having sex. It's his answer to it. But my thing is, you don't understand what the female body goes through with having a child. It's just not the physical. What about postpartum depression? She could have postpartum and kill her and that baby. And this could have all been avoided by terminating the fetus. Not a baby, a fetus.
But this is what I'm saying. If it's traumatic to you, then stop having them. Stop sitting down, laying down, having sex.
It's not just if I fuck myself, I'm not gonna get pregnant.
No, it's the same nigga.
If I fuck myself, I'm not gonna get pregnant.
My brother got that.
If that's the same nigga shooting up the club,
all I'm saying is it needs to be accountability on both ends. Both ends. Not just her, both ends. So there needs to be some laws instituted to prevent men from getting women pregnant.
And I agree with that.
Because if I fuck myself, like I said, I don't get pregnant. I've tried. It doesn't work.
I agree with that. But my point is, it's 1 + 1.
2.
But hey, what I'm saying is, so now this is what I'm saying. The Texas law is put in place to stop this.
It's not going to stop anything. It's just going to be more abortions in Alabama, in Georgia, and all other surrounding areas. Or a lot of illegal abortions. Or, I don't know, hanger abortions.
I'm just saying.
Push somebody down a flight of stairs abortions. Unsafe ones. But people are not going to stop having abortions because you can't tell people what to do with their body.
In this law, too, is you can find the person that took the person to go.
It could be an Uber driver.
Yeah.
So if the Uber driver took her to go get that abortion, if you find out who the Uber driver was, you can sue them.
It's ridiculous.
So what they don't. So basically, what they're doing is they're trying to stop multitudes of abortions. This is what they're trying to stop.
So here's the thing:
they're trying to make women accountable. This is the point I was making. See, because she's rambling off about the experience with it, but you got to come to the fact that the reason why they're stopping this is because it's too many females coming down to the abortion clinic.
That's not true. It's men wanting to have control over things that they don't have no business having control over.
No, it's not.
It is. Because it's like this, right? When COVID first happened, they instituted a mandatory mask mandate. Everywhere you go, you got to have on a mask, right? We're shutting everything down. And how many times you went outside and motherfucking Press Box was open, or Tattoos and Booze was open, or this establishment was open, and they out here selling food but selling liquor, and nobody got on a motherfucking mask. Motherfuckers was getting fined, losing their liquor license, risking everything that they had, that they built their motherfucking business off just to make a couple extra dollars because motherfuckers wanted to go out during COVID. You think a fine gonna stop people from doing what the fuck they want to do? It never has. Prohibition. if people want to have an abortion,
It's not-
$10,000, fine. It's not going to stop them.
What I'm saying is
It doesn't slow it down.
It does slows it down.
Okay.
If the Uber driver know, if one Uber driver get fined $10,000 for taking that,
He might not take her, but another motherfucker that need that $40 is going to take
No,
her.
he won't.
I might
Yeah,
take
okay.
$40 right now.
Exactly.
No, he won't.
Hey, before
No,
we-
he not. Not if he know that somebody can find out who he is and sue his ass for $10,000.
What's that song? What's that Bobby
Hell
song? What's your
nah.
name? Anonymous. Anonymous, nigga. You can't find out
Exactly.
shit about me.
No
but
picture
they
of
know.
my
God,
own
I got
shit.
nigga blank. Nigga, the nigga that be in his
My
phone.
shit look like Donda album cover, nigga.
black.
Black,
You feel
nigga.
me? In closing, can we get some blunt opinions going? At least a little something. Let's talk about it. We've been on this killing the goddamn Texas abortion law.
I know.
Hey, they gonna figure it out though.
They should.
They
God
probably.
willing.
I could see them not sending those fines out. I can see that. I can see that being changed. And if not,
I
like
don't
you
know
said,
that they'll necessarily like
And if not-
enforce it as much, but we'll see.
If not,
TBD.
we'll like you see, we'll see a bunch of states surrounding Texas
Exactly.
with more abortion laws. I mean, with more abortions than usual.
TBD, TBD.
Yep.
You got one?
Oh yeah. Well, my blunt opinion is this week is shout out to I wanted to give shout out to Pac-Man Jones. I'm not sure if y'all seen him on the Shay Shay show. I watched the Shannon Sharp show, and Pac-Man Jones actually he said he's been in negotiations for a while when he actually adopted Travis Henry's kids. I'm not sure if y'all know who he is.
Oh yeah.
He said they were best friends for years, and they was college roommates. Came up through the ranks together, went to NFL together. And Travis Henry, as y'all know, he actually died in Charlotte. So he died like falling off the back of a truck trying to get his girl to stop or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he ends up like falling off the back of the truck and dies. Mind you, he was like a second on the depth chart of wide receivers in Cincinnati, right behind Chad Johnson and TJ, or he might have been third. He was right behind TJ Husman's as well. Yeah. So just one of those things. Just one of those kind of feel good stories, especially about Pac-Man Jones, because he's always been given this like dirty rep.
Yeah.
As not a good player or very angry or one that's really aggressive. And it's good seeing him do something that's different than what they perceive him to be.
Yeah.
So, he adopted his 3 children. I think
That's
2 or
a
3 children he
blessing.
had. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful story, man. Like, it's just he teared up and all that. It was just beautiful, man. So yeah, my blunt opinion is just shout out to him. That's all my blunt opinion was. Shout him out. He deserves credit for that.
Yeah.
He's taking on an 18-year responsibility that nobody else wanted to do, I guess.
That's a blessing.
Or maybe they want to do, but he's gonna take forward.
My blunt opinion, Meek Mill is gonna have a fire ass album.
I gotta show you this clip too.
He gonna have a fire ass album.
I
TBD.
believe so. I believe it.
That shit gonna be fire. I done heard a few joints.
Got a
on
release
it.
date?
Yeah, I ain't heard no relationship. When it come out, it's gonna be banging. He dropped a Blue Notes with a Little Uzi Vert. That shit was crazy. Blue Notes too. So I got faith in my man. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be there.
After all these mediocre albums, he gotta come with some
What? Did he really just say that? You really just said that?
He can say that,
Me
but you
too.
know what? We all know what the truth
Bro,
is.
you lied to us for fucking 3 years, nigga, and said those albums was great.
What? No, I didn't say his album. I said all the media. Listen to what I said. I said
talking about
all
the
the
mediocre albums
mediocre that just came out. Listen to what I'm saying.
I thought he said Meek's
Comprehend.
albums.
That's basically what he just said. But okay,
So
go
he pretty much just said
Okay.
Drake and Kanye's album was mediocre, which is not true.
Yeah.
Definitely not true. It's okay.
Pie. If it
Subpar.
was golf, it'd be pie.
My blunt opinion to be fucking Drake's got the best album this year.
Who?
Drake.
It won't stand when me come out.
I say he definitely surpassed Donda.
You think Meek album is gonna be like better than?
I ain't say
Psych.
outsell.
No,
I said
it's
it's gonna be better.
outdo. I ain't say nothing about no money. It's gonna outdo Drake's.
Yes, it's gonna be better
Eh.
because my man ain't singing.
Hopefully he don't have.
You
but
think-
12,
you think
if he have
singing
12
is hurting
songs
him?
on there, I
He
can
ain't
see
singing.
it.
He ain't
You think
singing.
Yeah,
singing
I
is
don't
hurting
think I can
Drake?
see it.
Huh?
You really
I
think
think
singing
so,
is hurting?
man.
When it comparing
Hell
it,
no.
I don't know that Meek
I
Mill
love
can
some
ever
of the
outdo
songs.
Drake.
I heard better
in
R&B.
Both
anything.
of them songs, man. I was like, man, why he ain't rapping? Like usually when he do both, it sounds good, but when he just sings, I don't know. It just,
you see what I said when I said on Facebook about the Beehive.
We don't check on you on Facebook.
Yeah, because you were controversial, bro.
You stay getting goddamn.
You go to jail a lot.
You go in jail.
You really
You
a Facebook.
I done found how to win.
Not a
I done found out a win. I'm a smart nigga. I know how to find out. I found out a loophole. You put all your conspiracy theories in the fucking story.
Say less.
Put all your conspiracy theories in the story. They can't fuck with you.
That's why you ain't been locked.
That shit ain't got enough time to hit the algorithms.
I get it now.
I'm weak.
Kind of figure why your ass ain't been getting locked up, nigga.
That nigga stayed. He stayed.
I'm the bail that nigga out every time. Like,
Good bail money.
don't post that shit on my shit.
No. Adora.
I need to think about this. I don't feel like I really have a blunt
okay if you
opinion
don't.
this week. I don't really have one. I did want to talk about that Brittany Renner thing because I feel like that shit is all the way fucked up. But I don't know. I feel like how she basically married him. Blunt opinion, I feel like that's child molestation. Like she was a grown ass woman that was a child. Like I'm 28, I'll be 29 in October. And if I start fucking with a nigga that literally just finished college, he's 21. I get pregnant by him, know that he's in the league making all of this money.
He's definitely younger than 21.
And then
he's like 19. He was like 19.
That's what I'm saying.
18,
like that's even like that's fucking gross. Like I couldn't. When I was 23 or 24, this 21-year-old was trying to talk to me, and I'm like, like he was trying it on me, and I'm just like, no. So to be 4 or 5 years older than that, and like that's sick. That's fucking nasty. Mm-hmm. I feel like we need to like be raising our daughters to let them know that shit is disgusting and it's unacceptable. Like don't be trying to sit here and literally like finesse a fucking kid. And 2, we need to be raising our sons to be conscious of that shit. Like, it's bitches out here that's going to try to use you for what the fuck you got. So be mindful. Exactly. Shit is predatory as fuck. This shit is nasty.
He definitely got finesse.
Like, I feel so bad for him. And I wish somebody would have taught him the game before he, got into it. But
he had to know that shit was out there.
Like, nigga, you know what you was pulling in high school before you got that check, nigga.
Can I give you a little insight? I know somebody really close to Brittany right now. Like, really close. So, come to find out, it's not all the way like her finessing him. I think they really were together. I think there was a real thing. His parents have been putting in his head that she's a hoe. She's gonna use you for your money. She said this shit years ago. Like they were. I mean, she did. They're not wrong. They're not wrong for saying this. But it's according to what he did in response to that is what's been going on. So, and I'm not telling y'all no bullshit. Like this is real shit. I know some really close people to PJ and that girl. So. It's kind of when you hear that angle, you're like, that may be true. But it still should be.
It's still shitty.
She's stepping up respect.
To me, it's predatory. I could never pursue or allow somebody to pursue me that is a kid. He was a child.
He was.
Like, I cannot imagine a 27-year-old attempting to pursue my 19-year-old child. I would be fucking her up every day. Put me in prison and lock the key away. And after they lock me up, they're going to have to lock up all my nieces and my sisters because they done fucked that bitch up too. Like, no, that shit's nasty. Leave my son the fuck alone. Hell no. Hell no. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's true love or not. Now, I mean,
what was the deal?
You said
like, what was the child support amount?
We don't know the real numbers.
Somebody said like $240 a month, but I don't believe that's
enough money. That would make him like give him like $5 million a year away.
Yeah,
he only makes $3 million a year.
Like I don't believe that to be true. So, and he even said like, "Oh, that's cap." But even still, like to me, it's just like not even like about the money because she has been saying for at least the last 10 years that she's a gold digger. Athletes are stupid. Like just fuck an athlete. You can be a rich baby mama.
That on his Instagram.
She's been saying that stuff for years. We know that. What for me, the thing that made me uncomfortable.
He thought he was different.
Is how young he was when she started this shit. Like he was a kid.
I'm
niggas think they us, huh?
Yeah, yo, you young
ass niggas.
Yeah, y'all niggas better wake up, man. But
they coming home to us, huh?
But what I could
put him in the mix.
But what I could
see that nigga the answer.
But what I can respect, most of these young guys, and I appreciate it. That should have been my blunt opinion. But now I'm thinking about it. that they're seeing their value.
Mm-hmm.
And they're actually young guys that's making these women work.
As they should.
And I've been seeing that. It's flooded all over TikTok. And it's flooded all over all social medias. It's flooded everywhere. That these young men that's from the 18 to 25, they're actually being about their business first and then looking for women, which is very promising for young black men. And I applaud them for that. I applaud them for that.
Yeah.
Good, man. That's what's up.
Like I said,
Good shit, Leo.
Finish episode 31.
No, we still gotta get our music.
Get your shit off. But we got like
2
2 hot
minutes.
ass minutes.
Okay, I like West Side Gun. West Side Gun and Fabulous. They got a song off of the Godfather of Harlem. I've been jamming to that shit. It's called Brick After Brick. West Side Gun is a motherfucker from Buffalo, New York. Yeah, he got some shit.
I definitely fuck with him. It's all right.
CLB.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with the Drake. I ain't gonna hold you. And a nigga named Vizo from Detroit. Stupid.
Yeah, the song I've been listening to recently is Tusi, I think, featuring Favi. It's called Spin Music. That shit fucking bang.
Yeah, fine.
She knows Tootsie. That's why she's trying to do that.
No, not even. Like, my thing is, like, I don't even listen to rap like that, but, like, that's my shit. That's my shit.
Well, I guess that closes episode 31. My bad.
Thank you.
Y'all go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I said I appreciate y'all show some love to our special guest Adora. I don't know her Instagram, but if I did, I would say it. But I
It
don't.
is beautyisme _ BEAUTIISM3.
Good.
Say less.
Say
Like, comment, subscribe.
Stay blessed.
Guys. We'll see y'all next time.
Y'all niggas with the same
Peace.
last. Kill 'em.